hey, we have a green box. We had a 1 kilobyte per second bitrate for a couple of seconds, so yeah, I'm sure that's fine. It's up to normal now, which of course means welcome back to the Storytime Network, and welcome back to the Paradox Hour podcast. It's a double header this week. Thursday we talked about Ace Attorney. Today we're talking about the fall 2022 anime, and we have some additions and we have a loss. Because I'm just gonna say this out right now, I cannot be bothered trying to force myself to watch Legend of Mana or Berserk. So,
what a loss. The Berserk one is a loss, but I can't really say the same for Legend of Mana.
Is the Berserk one a loss? Is it really?
Probably not, because, you know, not a great.
Oh, yeah, no, the anime
Like,
version, yeah.
If I was dropping the manga, then I could understand you saying that. Maybe even the 1997 anime. But, you know, this, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like 2016 adaptation bad, but it wasn't good.
At least you realize that 2016 adaptation is god-awful.
Yeah.
Anyone with eyes knows it's awful. It's one of those that probably does compete with X-Arm for ugliest looking anime.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Though there is a
No, I think X-Arm's worse.
Handshakers. It's up there with Handshakers.
Handshakers. What was the Emoto one? A couple of years back that had literal cries for help from the anime.
Oh, My Sister, My Rider.
My Sister, My Rider. That's also on there. That's also on there. As I said, there's a list. There's a list we could do. But we should start with a show that actually looks pretty decent. Akiba Maid War. I have now watched the first 3 episodes of this.
How much have you watched?
First 3 episodes.
Okay, cool. What do you think so far?
I'm enjoying it. It's certainly interesting. I am questioning why their cafe isn't panda themed when they've got a panda that may or may not be an actual panda.
I think that's the point.
Yeah. No, the point is the incongruity of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just saying. I feel like a panda cafe would go over better than a pig cafe.
I mean, I agree, but
You're not wrong.
yeah. Who doesn't like
Funnier
pandas?
way, though.
Yeah, I'd rather a panda cafe with a pig in it.
Yeah. Like,
Also,
honestly, I
Probably Panda Janai.
yeah, I mean, if if they were to say, oh well, the Creatureland group forced them to do a pig-themed cafe, and the chief just bought a panda expecting to be able to pick her own animal, that I would buy. I would buy it completely. It's just, you know, not having an explanation is a little weird.
I think it would be funnier if that's just a dude in a panda suit that just decided to suddenly start appearing at that fucking cafe.
It would be very funny.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would be
Great.
very funny. I mean, then it's not like they went through great lengths to hide it, but figured out pretty quickly Ranko was some kind of assassin or mercenary.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty clear from the beginning.
As I said, they weren't trying to hide it, but you know, did still figure it out. I liked Yumechi trying to do her, you know,
the gambling bit,
JoJo's
yeah.
gambling bluff and just getting it wrong.
That was great.
Absolutely great. Also, it's great Ronko just seeing the situation and it's like shooting the guy in the head to get them out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a pretty good go-to move.
Hard to go wrong with it. Hasn't failed once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also been noting down quite a few of the pig puns. So, epic comeback, romantic time. I appreciate it, if nothing else.
Yeah.
They put in maximum effort on the puns, yes.
No, I think we have to give credit to the translators there, because you know, not everything's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they gotta be creative there, which good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did well.
Also, the octopus room sounded very hentai.
I mean,
Maybe.
I don't know. Probably, possibly, we don't know. It's
Yeah.
never ended. And we don't really know.
Yeah.
I'm glad, based on the screenshot, who I assume is Nagomi, is getting into the hijinks.
Yes. Yeah, this most recent episode wrapped up a short arc of sorts where shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
We won't elaborate,
You mean
but it's fucking wild.
everyone but well, no, everyone losing their future to the octopus room, and Ranko getting into a MMA tournament and failing to throw the match twice before starting a completely unrelated shootout, and, you know, Chief and Sheepon betting their organs. That's not shit hitting the fan.
Nope.
No, not in this show.
Okay. Also, the triple MA stands for Mixed Martial Maid Arts.
Yes.
Yes. Excellent. No notes.
I mean, yeah, as I said, I am definitely enjoying it, because it's they're really just hammering that button of juxtapositioning cute and brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, it works really well.
It's all over the opening as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the first 2/3 of the opening are just like very dark, and then it busts into a dance number, and it's great.
But yeah, no, I've enjoyed the 3 episodes I've watched. I'm gonna keep watching and try and, you know, catch up before the end.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend it because the past few have been bonkers, even more so than it already has been.
The issue is,
Yeah, straight up bangers.
the only issue is it's on High Dive, and it's a pain in the ass to watch shows on High Dive sometimes.
You don't gotta tell me. It sure is.
Yep. Yeah, Zuri.
It's just, you know, its player is very finicky. I've got to actually manually set it to 1080p. I've got to cover half of the screen to avoid being spoiled by the fucking description. Because the actual...
What's rough for me is, like, because if I watched it on the mobile app, like, cause I have an iPhone, and an iPhone has, like, the little bar thing that you can pull up on the bottom for, like, a menu.
Yeah.
But, like, on the player is messed up so that if you need to, like, rewind, the bar that opens the menu gets in the way, so you can't rewind at all.
Ooh.
And it's just...
Yeah.
And also, sometimes when you do rewind, it just doesn't rewind. It just continues from where it was. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. I like High Dive a lot, but they gotta work some shit out.
I'm glad High Dive exists. I just wish they could optimize their player a little bit more.
Yes, fix the player, fix your app, get a PS5 app for Pete's sake.
Just fucking optimize already. God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spend a little less money on Yikes shows and spend a little more on your shit.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I sometimes forget about all the Yikes shit that's on High Dive.
Yeah, no, Yikes shit just lives on High Dive sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it works for them, I guess. If Crunchy can't take it, you know, may as well, right?
If that's what keeps them in the market, then fine, go for it.
I think I mean, like, having the tagline. Having the tagline of having spicy shit on your service when Crunchyroll doesn't have that, that's pretty good, you know?
Did Crunchyroll pick up that one really shitty Isekai harem one not too long ago?
Oh.
One that's, like, super fucking censored?
Yeah. Harem in a Labyrinth of Another World, I think is what it's called. Yeah, that awful show. Yeah. Well, Crunchy still gets some of them.
Yeah.
If it were High Dive, it'd be uncensored.
Well, I mean, High Dive would probably have, like, a censored and uncensored version.
Yeah, they usually do have an uncensored and censored version, which that's also cool. Good for them.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Do either of you have anything else to say about Akiba Maid War?
I don't
I
want to
think we can
spoil
say
too
without
much since you
spoiling
started
it.
watching it,
Hmm.
but how'd you feel about this brief arc, Jack?
I really liked it.
I,
Monami was also just a fantastic antagonist for the arc.
yeah, Nagumi is great from frame one. She takes control of freaking everything.
Yeah. And her fucking nickname is Crimson Supernova, which is also badass.
Dude, that is, yeah, that's an amazing nickname.
Monami, great antagonist character. Also, just fucking great way to escalate the stakes in a way that doesn't feel too serious.
Yeah.
Okay, damn. I was wondering who the debt collector's VA was. Didn't expect Koki Uchiyama.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I'm like, why does he sound so familiar?
Like, I was like, that does sound a little familiar. I wonder who it is. And then Koki Uchiyama. And it's really cool that Zoya's voice actress is looks like a legit Russian.
Oh,
Yeah, that is pretty neat.
Genya
is cool.
Davidyuk. So, yeah,
That's pretty rad.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Must have been getting a living off girls and panzers stuff.
I'm not remotely surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Akiba Maid War, definitely been fun. Definitely going to keep watching.
Yeah.
So,
Same.
Shows like this remind me why I love good originals.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hitting on that that same vein as Licorice Recoil, but to an even wackier extent.
Oh yeah, it's just
Yeah.
more insane.
It's just like a lot more violent, a lot more insane, and slightly less well animated, but still it's very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, Licorice took itself pretty much fully seriously. Akiba Maid War takes itself seriously in the way that the Yakuza games take themselves seriously.
Exactly. Yes.
Which is simultaneously extremely and not at all.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's a wonderful
exactly.
combination. It's a wonderful combination. And I wish more shows would try and do it, but
Yeah.
anyway, we should move on then to it's a new one, All Saints Street, which I have watched the premiere for.
I mentioned it before, but I added it to my watch list, but I have not started it yet.
As I said, I watched the premiere. It's a lot of fun. What they've basically done is because the manhwa was what's the Chinese version of an anime? Is it manhwa or donghua?
Donghua.
Donghua. I think.
Yeah, the donghua was basically 3-minute episodes. So what they've basically done is they've just put a bunch of the episodes together into one big 23-minute episode.
Okay.
So each episode basically has 6 different segments. So, and yeah, first episode, a lot of introducing characters, which was a lot of fun. Neil, the Sunshine Child / Demon King. Ira, the gaming vampire. Mr. Lin, the angel landlord. Also a school teacher. The mummy, who has not talked yet, and I'm wondering if he's going to be, like the bug person from Kemonomichi, just always in the background, but never actually saying anything. And Demao the werewolf, who is prime himbo material. Like, first he got completely, like, shafted into, leaving their compound and going to the city to find Neil. Then he was like, okay, I've got to find my way around the city. And had a variety of methods that all just got ruined. He got up to, like, Plan L. And just every time he tried to figure out a way to navigate the city, just completely got ruined. And yeah, he ends up in an alley with a dog peeing on him.
RIP.
He then unrelatedly gets invited to live in their house by Ira, and has to deal with the hell rabbit and snake that two different animals, I should point out. It's not a rabbit and a snake, spliced together. It's a hell rabbit and a hell snake that Neil brought in, and celebrates, having a place to live, and then realizes he's living with Neil. Final segment was probably... I would say segment 2 and segment 6 were my favorite. Segment 2 was Ira thanking Neil for helping him with the decision, which Neil thought was gaming related, but it was actually whether Ira should move back to his parents to live a life of luxury or stay in this tiny house. And,
I wonder what he chose.
And Ira's like, "Thank you for telling me to stay here. It's great. It means that I got to leave behind, being waited on hand and foot and living in a giant mansion." And Neil's like, "Are you sure you made the right choice?" And segment 6 is Neil has a part-time job but is coming back very roughed up, so Ira follows him, and it turns out it's at a magical pet shop, which Neil enjoys because he likes animals, and also his boss is a panda.
As a deny?
And Neil loves pandas, so and who doesn't, obviously? But it's
yeah.
Clearly.
It's literally just the dude the panda just opens the door. It's like, okay, fair enough, I guess. Yeah, no, I'm definitely enjoying it. Humor's been quite fun. I just really like the art style because it is a donghua. It's got a really unique art style. But yeah, I think if I remember correctly, there's going to be 6 episodes in total, and that's going to take us through all 3 seasons of the donghua.
Wow.
Because as I said, that 3-minute episodes. Sticking 6 of them into each episode. Yeah. So only 6 episodes of this, but I'm looking forward to the rest of it because it.
No, that's so cool. I look
like
forward to watching it, especially since it's only gonna be 6 episodes.
Yeah. And people are already memeing on the ending message, because at the end of each segment it comes up with "Please keep enjoying All Saints Street." So there was multiple iterations of that in the comments. But moving on to a show I didn't quite enjoy as much. Let me just get the name. Arknights animation Prelude to Dawn. So the issue with this is that there wasn't a massive amount of world building or even really character building to a certain extent.
It's all in the game, probably.
Yeah, it sort of expects you to know what the fuck is going on, and I did not for the vast majority of the episode.
That's like half of Gacha adaptation, so that's not surprising.
And when I did find out, I wasn't that okay with it either, because it opens up on this. I'm fairly sure they're an organization called Rhodes Island, who have just saved a character only known as Doctor. Whose face is completely obscured and is so obviously the player character. Especially considering it turns out their role later in the episode is to be the strategist, moving everyone around. Can't see how that would work in a gacha.
That character really can play her.
Yeah. But they're being attacked by an organization called Reunion. And it turns out Reunion is made up of people with a quite disfiguring disease that get discriminated against, and so they decided to rise up. And it's like, okay.
Wait, those are the villains?
They're the villains at the moment. admittedly, Rhodes Island is also made up with people with this disease, so they're trying to, do the whole, oh, there's good people and bad people in this, subset of the population, and we should, want to see the good people succeed. But it's still pretty iffy.
Yeah, no, I am always leery about any fictional property that has the bad guys are a minority that was discriminated against, and so they are antagonizing the establishment now as a
Yeah,
premise.
yeah. And I even noted down, and despite the discrimination, you're still defending the government? Okay. Go off, I guess, but I'm not okay with it.
It's like some classic. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna hold my tongue on this. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
As said, like, there's like I want to say 4 characters who actually have names, so far that I know of. There's Amiya, who is a rabbit girl and the leader of Rhodes Island. There's Captain Doberman, who is a dog girl. And then there's Ace, who he seems pretty alright, got big beefy forearms.
Dope.
And then obviously Doctor, who, has amnesia and has no personality.
Okay.
Every time I think of an anime character with no personality, I think of just like this hospital drama scene of we can't save him unless we amputate his personality.
Yeah, I'm curious if we'll ever see Doctor's face, but otherwise it's I'm not intrigued. Well, I might be intrigued to watch it if I have the time and I feel like it, but it was not enough to draw me in to want to watch more of it right then and there. Especially considering the ending was not dynamic. Like, they didn't even try and end on anything like, a triumphant moment or a cliffhanger or anything. They just ended it with Amiya explaining the disease. I was like, okay, is that really what you're just ending on? Okay, go for it. Go for it. So yeah.
So the episode didn't end with a bang so much as a whimper, huh?
I wouldn't go as far as say a whimper, but it just really wasn't the most dynamic of endings to a first episode. And again, to a certain extent, they know what their audience is. It's fans of the mobile game. And I'm sure, fans of the mobile game are probably pretty happy with this, so it is what it is. They're also like referencing something called the catastrophe, which obviously sounds bad, but I don't know what it is. They keep saying, "Oh, I hope we'll be finished before the catastrophe happens."
Well, per geese not.
Well, Pergus not.
So yeah, it was okay. It wasn't. I watched this and All Saints Street around the same time, and I absolutely preferred All Saints Street. So, but
I'm shocked.
But moving on to our next show, Bibliophile Princess.
I absolutely love this quote, which is why I didn't take it from a more recent episode, take a screenshot from a more recent episode. But the show has started getting a lot more into politics and like the importance of both reading and not being a bigoted cockhole. So, hey, that's a plus. Like the entire 4th and 5th episodes basically revolve around dealing with helping out a minority group in the kingdom and valuing the importance of cultural contributions in different editions of translated books, for instance.
Always good helping minorities.
Yeah.
Yep. And the 6th episode did something I've been hoping for half the show now. Introduced more layered female characters.
Hooray!
So that's also
Have layers.
Yep. Like, for the first 5 episodes, the only female characters were Ellie and a couple minor female characters, including the Villainess from episode 2. So it's nice to have a bit more estrogen in the cast.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the problem with a lot of these, a lot of shoujo and otome-based anime, if I'm being honest. But regardless, I do like the developments of the episodes I've seen. Last 3 episodes I've seen. I also like that episode 6 sees Chris leaving on a mission with most of his pals, so Ellie's mostly on her own and has to navigate like politics and all sorts of other things on her own with minimal help. So it's giving her a way to actually develop as a character and basically firm herself up. So that's definitely a plus. And it's already a really fun bit where she scared off of Villainess and her cronies by basically talking at length and enthusiastically about all the applications of horse fat. And also, there's just the whole thing about the knowledge she gleans from all the books she reads is very useful, but it doesn't her telling all the information she knows to the Crown Prince doesn't always lead to positive outcomes for every person. So she has to deal with some fallout from her actions. That's also a plus. Complexity! Yeah, I've actually started getting really into this one. First few episodes kind of bored me a little bit, but I think it was worth sticking through those to get to the good stuff. So yeah.
Is that everything?
Cool.
Yeah, I do. I don't really have a lot negative to say. The show as a whole just has a very slow-paced beginning before getting into the meat of things, so that's the biggest dock against it. But once you get past episode 3, stuff starts getting really good.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't put it in like the top 5 shows of the season or anything, but it's still not a bad show.
Not every show can be anime of the season material. It's nice just to have those nice comforting shows that you enjoy watching in the middle. Yeah,
some nice list fillers that are still pretty good on their own.
Yeah, I mean I still remember Special 7 from a couple of years ago now. That its highs were nowhere near the highs of some other shows, but it just never hit a low point.
Yeah, it was consistently slightly above average.
Yeah,
at worst.
And I ended up really enjoying it, and I wish more shows were able to be that consistent, even if they aren't amazing. Just being that consistent is good in of itself.
Yeah, no, being consistently decent is a positive, even if it's not like blowing you out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Bibliophile Princess so far is fitting into that tier, and it is slightly climbing up in quality overall.
That's good.
Good.
But we should move on to one of many, many big shonens this season.
And the first sequel.
Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War arc.
Oh, man. Whew! Man, that episode was fire. That was heat.
Absolutely straight blazing.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember you doing the exact same thing in that episode from Mob Psycho season 2.
No, shit has officially hit the fan in a very bad way.
Yeah.
We do get the treat of seeing Yamamoto go absolutely ham with his Bankai for the first time.
One of the best parts of any shonen is seeing basically who is acknowledged as the strongest dude face off against the big bad, and yeah, that was a treat. Even though big bad wasn't actually the big bad.
I mean,
Was he
still,
just-
it is nice seeing the strongest dude around cut loose.
Oh yeah.
Was he just the
And
medium
boy,
bad?
did he go all out with this.
What was that, Mel?
Was he just the medium bad then?
No,
It
it's
was the big man's body double, basically.
yeah. One of the dudes has the ability to borrow some of his power and take his appearance and shit. So yeah.
Yeah, Yamamoto just beat the shit out of a body double, and used up a lot of his strength doing so.
And not only that, it's how do you pronounce the big bad's name? Because I've heard a
just
lot of
say,
different pronunciations.
So in the anime, they pronounce it Yuhabak.
Yeah.
So
I'm just gonna say the big
called as
bad.
Yuwak. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the big bad because yeah, but he also stole Yamamoto's Bankai because yeah, that was the whole point.
Have gone around Bankais. So 4 of the captains, besides Yamamoto, also got their Bankai stolen.
Yes, because they shouldn't have let that happen. But yeah.
Yeah, no, they were being fucking dumbasses.
Yeah, that
They
not
should
the
have
smartest
coordinated
choice.
this.
I can understand Byakuya's logic, but you didn't consider that maybe stealing your Bankai also meant they would be able to use it against you. You didn't consider that for a second. Just saying.
Yeah, Byakuya got fucking shredded by his own Bankai, so that's fun.
Yeah. Also, the big bad went off to talk to the former big bad, Aizen, who was imprisoned, and tried to strike a deal with him. Aizen declined because he's Aizen.
Shocker. I know.
Yeah.
Also, last we saw Ichigo, he was in a cage in a portal pathway thingamadoo.
Yeah, in between I forget the name of the gateway or whatever, but yeah, he's kind of trapped there, and also had to listen to the dying screams of his comrades. So that's fun.
Always fun, yeah.
Yeah,
Always very fun.
yeah.
Yeah, most recent episode ends with the big bad cutting straight through Yamamoto, so that's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of fun going on.
Yeah, the hero was not doing great.
Yeah. They weren't ready.
No, they were not.
Yeah, now they just have to wait for Ichigo to protagonist his way into Soul Society.
At least since
That'll be fun.
At least since it's a shonen, that's guaranteed to happen.
Oh yeah, no,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if this was like Berserk or something, this would be like, well, fuck.
They're dead.
Yeah. Yeah, if this were Berserk, more characters would die here. But yeah.
I mean, Yamamoto's an easy target for dying because he's the big good and all that.
Yeah, and he's also very old. The old dudes here are also the strongest. Always die at some point.
Unless you're Master Roshi, in which case you get to come back.
Yeah.
Would you call what he does coming back?
I mean, he was literally resurrected by the Dragon Ball, so yes.
Yeah. Plus, he also made a wish, I think, to a phoenix to live forever outside of,
Getting
disease
killed.
and
Yeah.
other, death like that. So he will not die from old age.
They never really explained that bit, did they?
No, it's literally a gag. I mean, I'm okay with it because it's Dragon Ball. But,
yeah, I mean, yeah, OG Dragon Ball that, not even Z. So
yeah. OG did a lot of
wacky things.
weird
Been a
shit
hot
like
minute.
that. Yeah.
It's been quite the hot minute.
Ha ha ha! We went back to it.
Sorry,
Fantastic.
Brought it back around.
just going back a second. Arknights is only 8 episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh boy. I'd be worried about the world building in a show like that with 12 or 13 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe this one's going to be 4 cores.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I've heard. Which. Yeah.
About
That's...
the length they need for this arc.
Yeah, that's more or less about right. They're going at a pretty good pace though, which is good.
Yeah.
That means they'll have more room to flesh shit out too.
Yeah. Getting the whole Yamamoto fight in basically one full episode works really. Gives a good idea of the pacing.
Yeah, it was also gorgeous.
Oh yeah, no. Aside from the skeletons, it was really well animated.
When Piero wants to be on, Piero will be on.
Oh yeah. They were waiting. They were building up to this because like Bleach from the start of this season has always looked good, but this is where it really pops off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There are a few fights in the throughout the rest of this arc that I imagine are going to also be absolutely fucking gorgeous.
Oh yeah, I can't wait because woo!
Oh boy.
Especially one of the really later ones.
Yeah. It might be going for 4 cores, but I think it might be split core based on the Mal episode count. I'm not sure. It's only coming up as 13 episodes so far, so...
Maybe. We'll see.
Mal is not exactly trustworthy as a source.
No.
Yeah, no, it's not. I also know how Piero likes to do things, and they like to just keep going on things when they can, so... But we'll see.
If that is everything for Bleach...
Yeah, for now.
Yep.
Moving on, then, to... Blue Lock.
You're sports boys.
Yeah, I'm starting to get more into it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Like he's humping the
Wait, what? What is
field.
that?
It looks like he's banging the soccer field.
So for a show predicated on, you know, being basically a sports themed death game anime, there's been a surprising amount of camaraderie, which has been quite nice up until the most recent episode that I've watched, which I will get to. So they end up playing Team Y, who are basically the second worst team in the whole thing. And they play a very counter-attacking style of football. Eventually Isagi realizes that rather than the main striker who everyone's been worried about, the one to worry about is a guy called Okawa, who is basically the playmaker. Intercepts the pass to him, tries to shoot, gets it blocked, but then Gagamaru, this fucking weirdo, scores. He is a fucking weirdo. Like, he's got cuts in his ear, like he's been sliced up. Like, just he's weird. He is a weirdo.
I must say, I am shocked.
Yeah, and it's part of that match is what makes, because they talked about what their individual strengths were earlier in the episode, but Isagi couldn't think of what his would be. And a talk with Kunigami and this match as a whole helped him realize that he's very good at reading play and knowing where a goal can come from, basically. Which, yeah, you play like you can see the whole field and everything that's happening on it. Which, hey, fuck you! That's Ashito's ability. Fuck you. Also, episode 5 had a really fucking good sequence when Isagi scored the winning goal against Team Y. Like, holy fuck, the smears on Isagi. which is quite cool. And now Usagi is trying to Shonen Pro Tag Chigiri, the last member of the main cast, which seems to be going relatively well, especially when they start playing Team W. And because they go 3-0 up through a guy called Kuon, who has been basically the team mom the entire time, and it gives Isagi ample opportunity to give like snide badass lines to Chigiri, like who cares about your past? What I want to see is your present, because Chigiri is not participating because what was it? He got a really bad injury to his knee, and now he's come back, but he's not feeling confident enough to play on it properly, basically, because he thinks it'll go
Oh, you're
at any
saying
point.
he used to be a player like them, but then he took an arrow to the knee.
Yep, basically. And then all the camaraderie goes away when we realize that Kuon has actually betrayed the team to Team W, who is headed by these fucking soulless-ass twins.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's some golden Kamuy shit.
They are soulless ass fucking twins. Like, not like first they don't have they don't have pupils, which is how I'm defining soullessness at this point. And then there's one of them does all the talking, and then one of them is just silent, and it feels like the silent one is a flesh puppet, and I'm not okay with that in a football anime. I'm not okay with characters seeming like flesh puppets. It's bad. Anyway, yeah, Kuon betrays them. Basically, he gets 3 goals, which takes him to the top scorer position for Team Z, and then decides to basically sabotage the team so that he's the only one from that team who goes through to the next round of the selection. So yeah, piece of shit. And it's not going to go well for him, I'm sure. But yeah, maybe some really creepy visuals when these two are fucking looming out of nowhere from you. Like, holy shit.
No,
like,
they look creepy.
I'm just so unsettled by them. Like, I'm not even like that bothered that Kuon has betrayed them, because like I can understand it. It's a dick move and a stupid move, but I can understand it. I'm more annoyed he's done it with these guys because I do not like them. Yeah, it's I'm definitely enjoying it. I doubt it's gonna unless it's gonna have to do a lot to really spring to the top of my sports show leaderboards. Though it does help that Isagi and Bachira have a very close sports relationship, let's say.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest. I've been calling Bachira Isagi's boyfriend in my notes, so I don't even specially ship them yet, but it's still funny.
Look, sports series lend themselves really well to homoerotic shipping.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
has been known for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll also say that they've like used some real players. Like they've just mentioned them as an example. They've shown like their artistic rendition of them, and none of them have looked anything like the players. Like, just get a picture of them. It can't be hard unless their appearance is actually like trademarked or something. Just get a fucking picture and just draw from there, for God's sake. What was the last thing? There was one more thing. Wasn't there? I thought there was. Kunigami gave a One Piece reference by mentioning Pirate Kings.
Oh.
I'm gonna be
Cool.
king of the pirates.
Oh, that's right. Like it's surprising to me that basically, you know, the no names on the team, the pro tag team are playing. You know, the ones who don't actually get to do anything and don't get named. It surprises me that they are ranked higher than Team Z.
Rip.
Which is actually making me wonder if the rankings are actually bullshit and they're, you know, trying to do the whole lots of pressure creates diamond things for Team Z. I don't know, but it just surprises me because, like, the no-name Chuckle Fucks have done nothing. They don't do anything. It is literally generally, you know, 1, 2, maybe 3 people on the other team who actually do anything in a match. But yeah, it's been a decent enough show. So now we will move on to show that is really storming the season, except, well, guess the show's over. Bocchi the Rock. Rip Bocchi-chan.
I like how you stopped there and not at a few moments later where the other two are dead as well.
Yeah.
I think you wanted the subtitle for this.
Yeah.
True.
But
also, like, this was one of 2 moments in the episode where I had to pause it because I was laughing too hard.
It's so fucking funny.
This show just hits the perfect notes for making comedy out of Bocchi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one drunk lady. She's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them.
Or
I got 7 fucking screenshots. I'm fairly sure.
Oh my god.
Sergeant for a day.
Why?
Yep.
Just why? Why Hitori? Why?
Because she's a socially awkward hot mess, and she's wonderful.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, the other gag that made me
I
die laughing today was the fucking clay stop motion thing
Yeah,
that led
that
to
was-
Bocchi melting.
that was also great.
why do they go so? There's like a gag in every episode that is either that has something going on IRL or is visually insane.
Yeah.
Like last week had that
Like Bocchi-
digital pixel thingy.
And that one bit with I think it's episode 3 or 4 where Bocchi just straight up glitched out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they had to do these in the studio.
yeah.
Like,
So yeah, I've just paused the slideshow to say I really fucking love this look unironically.
oh no, that's
Unironically,
amazing.
I
love
love it.
that so much.
So I wanted it to stick around a little bit, but whatever.
I mean, it would have worked for them, especially Rio, but at the same time, I
Yeah.
can see why they would ditch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I love that.
So yeah, we've had two musical performances in the 3 episodes we're covering today. So episode 5 had the audition concert, which was really good.
And
Uh,
episode 6 had whatchamacallit,
Street
the
concert.
outdoor performance.
Street concert, yeah. So episode 5, yeah. Again, you know, step forward for Hitori. Really, you know, cementing that she wants to keep going and wants to succeed with the band, not just succeed personally.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Yep.
And actually, you know, started apparently playing really well to the point that Ryo, Nizuka, and Seika noticed. Even if Seika didn't point it out in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the way that Hitori just horrendously misinterprets her.
Yeah. Also, just oh god, we just mentioned the hilarious, you know, gags each episode. The fucking 4 fucking dams to signify Hitori throwing up.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard at that. I straight up couldn't breathe for a few seconds.
Uh,
That is my favorite gag of the show so far.
yeah. What I will say about the concert is, I wasn't sure, but if any of the animation was 3D, it was basically indistinguishable.
No, I think that was rotoscoped.
Okay. Because there were a few shots that looked somewhat odd, like not enough to actually like signify anything, but enough to like gain notice of, oh, that looked a little weird.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was rotoscoped.
Yeah.
Either way, it's really cool they're putting so much attention to detail into the actual playing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, all their music is on Spotify.
Yeah, no, there's been
Okay,
several songs released, and they're all very good.
Yes, I listen to them every day.
And then the episode ends with Hattori realizing she has to sell tickets and she included her dog in the list and still didn't make 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's stuck with her family, and then she realized, oh wait, and then her parents told her, yeah, your sister can't come along. She's way too young.
Your sister is 5. She's not going to a rock club, and also, we're not giving a ticket to the dog.
Yeah, so she has to sell 3 tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we meet Drunk Girl, whose name is listed.
I don't
on
think
Mal.
we get her name.
We don't get her name in the episode, but she's listed on Mal, so I'll use her name if you all want to.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It was Kikuri, right?
Yes. Kikuri Hiroi. Voiced by Sayaka Senbongi, who, if I recall correctly, yes, was the voice for Sarasa in Kageki Shoujo, as well as a bunch of other roles, but, that's the one that I remember her from.
She was also Haru in Beastars and Shuna in Slime.
Okay.
But yeah, she was fun, but also so painfully relatable.
Yeah.
Like when she went into what worries her, it was so relatable. I think it stabbed me in the gut.
Oh yeah, no, I felt a very strong twinge of sympathetic pain when she was saying her whole spiel.
Also, the lines, booze and the base are worth more to me than my life, so I always keep them close. Where's your base? Let's go! She values her life so little. And yeah, then the street concert, which again, massive step forward of Hitori realizing that, the crowd isn't just full up of enemies. Even if she only opened one eye, still an achievement.
Yeah.
And even if the rest of the band didn't think that she had actually managed to sell the tickets.
Oh my god, the band and their thoughts about his abilities are just so savage.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
also her fucking parents in the most recent episode.
Yeah,
too.
her parents as well. But what was really nice is that as much as they were, dragging her in, that they assumed she wouldn't be able to sell the tickets, they genuinely think that she's fun.
Yeah,
they love
really
her.
Genuinely like her.
Yeah, they love her.
They like her crazy anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
also,
yeah.
Just gotta say, love the bit in the most recent episode where it's Rio blows people off by saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, my grandmother has taken a turn for the worse,"
Yeah.
or "Oh, I have to look after my dog." And she
Yeah.
doesn't even have a fucking dog.
Wide range of weird excuses.
My dad has amnesia.
Yeah.
Absolutely great.
And yeah, basically the entire episode was taken up with Hitori's family just throwing her under the bus repeatedly.
No, that was
Yeah.
amazing.
Just like
Either that or Hitori being an absolute dork.
yeah.
Also, we got, I don't know if it was named before, but we learned that Bocchi's little episodes are called Bocchi Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
And Nijika is getting very good at managing to learn or managing to predict her bocce times. Yeah, just how little the family was like, wow, we honestly thought you were imaginary. Just
Yeah.
mentioned it so many times.
She could have photoshopped you guys into that photo. We didn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
right, when she put up so many copies of the photo on the walls in her room.
Again, it's nice that Kita...
and the episode just ends with her stupid laugh, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's nice that Kita and Nijika find her weirdness endearing.
Yeah.
That is nice.
And yeah, when we got the first news report about the typhoon, it was like, oh god, this is gonna affect the concert, isn't it?
Great news! It's not gonna affect the concert. 2 minutes later, this is gonna seriously affect the concert.
Yeah.
And then and then we'll make it probably won't pass through this area. We'll make rain dolls instead, just in case.
Yeah.
And then it still goes through.
Yeah.
This just in. The typhoon has suddenly changed course.
They had to add in some drama.
Yes. I still find it hilarious though.
Yeah. And yeah, just the entire sequence after Nijika brushed Hitori's fridge away of Hitori's spiral being so bad it was infectious and killed Nijika and Kita.
Yeah, that was
the point of sending a text to Ryo of you're gonna have to do the concert alone, and while she's having eating curry, she's like, why?
Oh, also the bit shortly before this where Ryo is sending in shirt suggestions, but it's actually just like, oh, what should I eat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we might have a potential recovery item for Hitori's bocce times, which is fried chicken. Once that got wafted under her nose, she seemed to come back. So.
Yep.
God,
yeah, this is an easy front runner for anime of the season. I can only think of like 2 other shows that really strongly.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. This is becoming an all-time favorite of mine.
Yeah,
and,
honestly, this is quite possibly my favorite comedy this year.
Yeah, it's just so perfect in every little way, from the gags to the characters to the animation. It's just perfect.
It's just, I have not had a show make me laugh this hard, this consistently for a while.
Yeah, same.
Seriously though, just her outfit for the most recent episode, the mustache, the glasses, the sunglasses that changed colors.
That just keeps it on for a large amount of time in the episode.
Like she's trying to present her shirt design with a degree of seriousness, and I just couldn't take her seriously. But yes.
Also, gotta love. Last thing, I absolutely love her just bribing her sister with a lollipop.
Yeah.
Well, no, like popsicle.
A popsicle, yeah.
Very real.
My last thing is Hitori having Vietnam flashbacks to sports festivals.
Oh
yeah,
relatable.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bocchi the Rock, fantastic show. Moving on to, it's another one of the big shonen offerings, Chainsaw Man.
Ah, yes, this man of chainsaws,
Did-
who
did-
is sick and tired of having to deal with Power's literal shit.
Yeah.
So we got
Power is literally a gremlin taken up to 11.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in the episodes we're covering, we had the Leech Devil fight, Power moving in with Aki and Denji, and then the Eternity Devil stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Not gonna lie, I do find it hilarious that Denji just has a full-blown existential crisis after touching a boob.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, boob touching aside, if my dream realized that it wasn't as great as I expected it to be,
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I just find it hilarious in context.
Yeah, no, it
mean,
it is
out of
hilarious.
I mean the downside is it allows Makima to groom the fuck out of Denji even more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, Makima should be named Ms. Red Flag, because holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad that she's so shady because I really like her design.
Oh, it's a great design.
Their creepy ass eyes that are looking right through you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, like, when Aki came in for the save against the Leech Devil, I was like, I just assumed he would be wielding the sword more often than not, and then he just summons a giant fucking fox.
Oh yeah, that's a great bit.
Really, just did not expect that.
Yeah, apparently he's not supposed to use a sword all that much because of reasons.
Well, the reason is that
it shortens his lifespan.
like massively, yeah. And I even said, and here I thought the sword was the simpler, weaker option compared to giving up skin to the giant fox.
As it turns out, no, the reverse is true.
Yeah. Which, fair enough. Go for it. But yeah, we get multiple extended groping scenes in episode 5, which just okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it is from Denji's POV, and ultimately highlights just how his big dream is just like not very big, and ultimately leads him to disappointment.
Yeah. And we get introduced to the Gun Devil, which shockingly came from America.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the most obvious thing ever, but it's still hilarious. Yeah.
And it was the
Yeah.
one that, it was the one that
What was the
killed.
rule with devils? They derive from fears. So the gun devil being absurdly powerful makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also killed Aki's family.
Yep.
And quite nice for me. Kid Aki was voiced by Murase.
Hey.
I was happy about that. We did get some Suda in episode 5.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yup.
Fuck him. No, it's fine. And yeah, we get introduced to Himeno, Arai, and Kobeni.
Kobeni really should not be in this business. She is an anxious wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just like feel sad for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for her. She's just not built to deal with this pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder why the fuck she was brought along.
Don't know. Apparently, according to Himeno, she's very promising in terms of her abilities, but we don't see shit of that.
Yeah.
No, we just see her scrambling to sacrifice Denji so that no one else has to die.
I mean, it occurs to me that it probably would have been better to keep Arai and Kobeni unconscious the entire time.
Yeah.
Probably.
Like, clearly that was within the realms of their abilities, and they just didn't do it. Instead left Arai and Kabeni alone with Power, who was just fucking having fun the entire time.
She was talking about how she'd win the Nobel fucking prize.
I mean, that was
which is fucking perfect.
That was probably my favorite gag of the entire series so far. Himeno just like going through how all the others are coping badly, and then there's Power, just showing Denji Power and thinking she'd gone crazy, and Denji was just like, "No, this is pretty normal for Power."
Yeah. Also, love Denji just saying like, "Oh, sweet, I can take a nap," and just conking out for hours.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking dumbass.
And then the final shot of episode 6 with Denji dropping through the Eternity Devil, that was cool as shit.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking trippy. That whole episode was trippy as fuck. Like, it was a really good example of how to do like atmospheric horror in anime.
Yeah.
Fitting for the Infinity Devil.
Yeah.
Is it Infinity Devil or Eternity Devil?
It was Eternity. But I think
functionally it's the same, to be fair.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But yeah, it's it's not really, I wouldn't say it's living up to the hype for me, but it's definitely still an enjoyable show.
Yeah, the more hype moments have yet to come, to be fair. But
yeah,
it's still quite good.
Yeah,
I imagine pick up a lot more in the second half of Core.
I'm definitely becoming more endeared to Denji, especially, and Aki sacrificing himself for Denji certainly helped his cause.
Yeah.
Also, being petty as fuck by putting chewing gum. Was it even in the woman's hair, or was it on her coat?
On her coat.
On her coat. Yeah, that's just petty as fuck.
Yeah, well, that lady slapped Himeno for no reason, for something completely out of Himeno's control. So.
Yeah.
Also, Himeno is a pretty fun character so far.
Yeah. Himeno is pretty cool. Has an interesting power as well.
The Ghost Devil.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, obviously visually it looks incredible. I mean, especially the Leech Devil fight at the start of episode 4. That was really, that looked really
that was really good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Chainsaw Man has consistently been very well animated.
Yeah. It's a great adaptation so far.
Yeah.
Let's see. I did note that fighting to the death for a grope does seem quite dumb. But also that it was unfair that the Leech Devil took the Bat Devil's sloppy seconds. And at this point, I'm honestly not sure who's worse, Denji or Nasa from Tonikawa.
In terms of
thinking with their dick.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, that's all I've got to say. So, unless either of you have anything left to say for Chainsaw Man?
No.
No, Chainsaw Man
so far.
Then we will move on to Digimon Ghost Game.
Pretty cool stretch of episodes. Let me pull up the list here so I actually remember what happened. Okay, yeah. So we get our Halloween episode, which is probably my favorite of the bunch here, because the premise here is that there's I think it's literally Witchmon, who anyone who's dressed as a witch on Halloween, she uses this ability that turns them into actual witches, and then they serve under her. And anyone who isn't a witch, she turns into rats. Yeah. So, of course, the trio get to the bottom of that, and while they're fighting her, we actually get a special appearance from Pumpmon, who was the main antagonist of the first Halloween episode from way back. So that was pretty cool. He doesn't do much, but it was nice to see him, because he's on the hero sides because he considers them friends now. But yeah, the fight's never really resolved. But once the clock strikes midnight and Halloween ends, Witchmon loses a lot of her power, so she just bails. So there was that. Episode 50 is Payback. There's this kid that meets this Digimon called Puchimon, who keeps sort of doing it minor favors and sort of ends up building up a tab for it. And eventually it tries to collect the tab by trying to turn the kid into a Puchimon, which involves manually stretching his ears and pulling apart his limbs and stuff. So, yeah.
So, quick question. This Puchimon, no relation to Enrico Pucci, right?
No. No. But yeah, so they stop Puchimon and make it realize that, hey, humans can't do everything that Digimon can do. If you want your friend to return the favor, you can't, be pulling him apart. So, but it ends up running off. And then episode 51, there is a group of headless knights stalking around, asking for its head. So yeah, they're Dullahans. If you guys are familiar with that.
The good old Dullahans.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because I'm also watching Durara right now. But
Wow.
yeah,
That is funny.
Yeah, it's funny timing. But yeah, so and then they eventually find the head of the Digimon it originates from, called Dark Knightmon, and they reunited with
Batman, I assume.
No relation to Batman, unfortunately. In fact, I think in English they don't call it Dark Knightmon.
Darn.
Yeah, but yeah, they reunite it with its head, and I forget why it starts fighting. Oh, because after it gets its head back, it learned that all the things that have happened to its head in the meantime. And how it lost its head was in the digital world. When a portal opened, it tried to look through it, and then the portal immediately closed. So it just ended up losing its head in the real world.
And that sounds like some bullshit right there.
Oh yeah, no. The main characters are actually laughing at that. And then he realizes once he gets his head back, all the stuff that happened to his head, and it was basically mistreated and kind of just treated as an object or garbage. So he breaks out into a rage, but he eventually calms down. So yeah. Not a lot going on, but some pretty fun stuff here. We see a bit more of what Hero's dad has been up to in the digital worlds, including providing an upgrade to the trio's Digivices so that they making it easier for them to evolve, basically. So that's cool. But yeah, fun times.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
But we can move on.
So, moving on to it's another show with the slideshow. Do it yourself.
US Serifu.
I was torn between just saying yourself and doing the gag, but I couldn't decide. Yeah, this show is evened out into, very enjoyable every week.
Yep.
Episode 5, we get introduced to Nya Girl officially. Koki Kokoro,
Yep.
aka She.
She's fun.
She
She's
is
great.
fun.
Really like her.
Yeah.
And is very good at parkour.
Oh yeah, she got that hardcore parkour.
I like her rivalry with Ray.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
that's great. Also great, Turing continuing to be a tsundere to Serafu.
Yeah.
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 Miku is such a tsundere, and it's so.
No,
fucking
no,
fun.
it's so much tsundere. Like this is the most tsundere I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
It's wow.
I mean, what's good about it is that they're using the tsundere-ness for completely comedic effect.
Oh yeah, they're making the most out of it, and they're not
Yeah.
making her into a terrible character for it. No, she's
Yeah.
just no.
She's just a dumbass who
she's
doesn't
just
know how
like-
to sort out her feelings.
Yeah, she's genuinely
Yep.
a good person and friend.
Yeah.
She's just not honest about her feelings.
And,
So.
genuinely likes Serafu and, likes spending time with her, but just doesn't know how to do it properly because she thinks she needs to be maturing.
Yeah.
So I mean, look at the beach episode. Look at episode 6. Like Miku was a 100% warring between, getting to spend time with Serafu and a bunch of people she does actually seem to like, and turning it down because she'd have to share Serafu.
Yep.
She doesn't want to. And when Serafu goes to play in the water with the rest of the club, I honestly felt like it was a big gay realization.
Potentially.
Possibly.
Like, it could definitely be seen as that.
Yeah.
Also, Jobco just completely throwing Miku under the bus in terms of wearing the swimsuit.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah,
that was
no,
great.
she just straight up immediately rats her out.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. Also, I really like all the craft stuff the show has been going into.
Oh, episode 7 was very craft heavy, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It had a lot of variety to the crafts
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in terms of episode 7, it was nice that they've had Rei be so into DIY, but also resolutely feminine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It's like you don't have to be one or the other. You can be both.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she baked the cookies,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
apparently taste terrible because they're very underbaked.
Underbaked, yeah.
Yeah.
Though she seemed to like them, so that was nice.
And she is so
I mean-
proud, so they don't have the heart to tell her.
Yeah.
One gets the impression that she just generally
Goes with the flow.
yeah goes with the flow and is a super picky eater.
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
Going back to episode 5, they finally gave that pig a fucking rest.
Oh yeah. Good on me for actually getting a break.
Yeah.
Though that said, they went right back to it in episode 7.
Yeah.
And B, in episode 6, they called the animals third generations. What happened to the first two? Did they eat the first two meats?
That's what I've been saying. That is not their first pig that they've had. They eat that pig every night. They eat a new one and they replace it. It's their whole thing.
It's the circle of life.
I don't think they eat a new pig every night, but would bet that they are raising that fucking meat to eat it. they have definitely eaten meats 1 and 2 once they've grown. They like pork too much to not have done it.
I can argue that you're wrong because I really can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also because it's funnier not to.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 7 was very chill. It was probably the most visually limited episode, but it was never bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just it just never had one of those amazing moments. Also, also she just backing up and falling into the amazing sandcastle.
Yeah, that was great.
What else? Miku continues to soften on DIY. She also got really bad tan lines.
Poor Miku.
Which, I can empathize. I got some horrible tan line. Well, there were more sunburn lines when I was in America. I decided to sit outside and read in San Diego sun. Went very badly for me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering
Yeah,
I was wearing those rubber wristbands. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My brother is very similar. He himself says he doesn't tan, he reds.
Yeah. I mean, the dumb thing is that when I was a kid, I did actually, well, I tan to an extent, but if I'm out too long, then I'll start to burn.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can definitely tan, I just have to time it, perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Serafu is an amazing artist.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
And Serafu just doing a random do-it-yourself cry, which got 3 separate reactions of she getting excited, Takumi jumping back, and Jobko just completely questioning the need for it.
Yep.
But
A-tier stuff.
Yeah, again, this is one of those shows. It hasn't quite lived up to its anime of the season starting, but it's just been so wonderfully consistent that I'm just enjoying every second of it.
It's just really, really solid.
Yeah.
It's just really hard to go wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we should move on to the Eminence in Shadow.
That screenshot's great.
That's funny.
So have you actually watched this one yet, Nmbr?
No, I haven't had time. I wanted to so bad.
Yeah, this one's got... Most recent episode was really fucking funny. In no small part due to Sid trying to go full ham on his playing the bit character and going the complete wrong direction with it by repeatedly jobbing to this master swordswoman, getting back up, taking the hit again, and doing that over and over 12 times, all the while faking that he's coughing up massive loads of blood. The point where the referee just calls the match because he's concerned. And Sid is like, but wait, I have to show off 35 more of my mob boo techniques to show that I'm a true mob character. Absolute fucking dumbass. But yeah, no, Sid's whole thing of being this complete and utter oblivious dumbass has worked out really well in the show's favor. I will also say that when Sid isn't being a complete fucking moron, he can be actually pretty badass. Like in episode 5, where he just takes apart the main villain utterly effortlessly and basically launches a basically the magical equivalent of a nuclear weapon right in the bad guy's face. He literally becomes the bomb.
Certainly an effective move.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, Sid is completely fucking insane. and the characters around him either write him off as a fucking chump or believe that he is every bit as great as he pretends to be as a chuny.
Well,
Yeah,
if
the
it
big
works
thing
for him, then good for him. But
yeah. No, again, the central premise of the show is fucking hilarious.
So it's definitely improved
That's,
since that weird first episode.
Oh yeah, yeah. The first episode is just kind of very different totally from the rest of the series. Like the series sometimes gets serious, but like first episode is just odd.
Yeah, that happens
I also
sometimes.
yeah, I also appreciate that the show is not afraid to let the women be badass. Because ultimately isekai just have like, oh, the women in the show are super strong, but like all the male characters are stronger, and
Yeah.
so on and so forth. And it's like really fucking stupid.
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
Sid is the strongest character that we're aware of, but there are a lot of female characters in the cast who are also ludicrously strong. Like close to his level, if not at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the first arc ends in episode 5, and the second arc kickstarts with episode 6. And the big thing in the second arc is a bunch of the members of the evil cult are trying to frame Shadow Garden for doing crimes so that they can get them out of the way. And the Shadow Garden itself is not too pleased with this. And every time they come across the cult members, they just absolutely fucking demolish them. So that's fun. But yeah, no, the show has definitely gotten a lot better, and I'm interested to see where the second arc goes because there's been some fun developments, like Sid accidentally kind of confessing to a girl by giving her chocolates offhandedly, and not realizing that she actually likes him for just being nice to her. And also, there's this hilarious moment in episode 6 where he has to sneak off somewhere, and instead of just like making a normal excuse, he tells his two friends like, "Oh, I suddenly really have to take a shit, and if I don't find a place to take shit right this second, I'm gonna crap my pants. You go on without me. Go on without me." All framed like a dramatic heroic sacrifice, complete with all the characters involved just screaming dramatically to each other. The show is fucking wild.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, but we should move on
Yes.
to another fucking wild show.
Oh yeah, if Eminence is up at a 9 on the scale, Golden Kamuy's out of 15.
Moving on to, in fact, Golden Kamuy Season 4. Yeah. Just yeah.
All these characters are fucking insane.
Yeah, pretty
Great.
much. Pretty much.
What is not great is the unfortunate delay of the second half of this season because of the passing of a key staff member.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we sympathize with them, but yeah, it's disappointing nonetheless. But yeah, we understand certainly.
Yeah, of course.
It's just a tragic thing all around, and
yeah,
I wish the best to all the staff on the anime. I hope that they manage to work through their grief and
yeah.
I mean, it
in a healthy way.
It is interesting that there is a role in the production staff that if the person, not even necessarily dies, just happens to leave the role, that it will bring production to a screaming halt.
I mean, a lot of that is to do with like episode directors or key animation directors, because those tend to work on multiple episodes.
Yeah.
So if one of them was working on like episode 7 and also slated to work on episode 9 and working to finish it up, and then they died, that would pretty much fuck the whole production.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really awful news.
Oh yeah.
It's really unfortunate. This show is fucking amazing.
Yeah. But
just this whole bit with Koido just sipping super hard after finding out that Sorori pulled off a fucking massive con on him and his father.
sounds like Koido, yeah.
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 But yeah, hopefully, you know, all those involved, all those affected will manage to process everything healthily, and yeah, the show will come back better than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we should move on to I'm the Villainess, so I'm taming the final boss.
So yeah, it turns out that the heroine character is also an isekai person.
I'm shocked! Not really.
I know, right? But no, she's also a fucking sociopath because she sees literally everyone else except Eileen as a game character and sees nothing wrong with them dying for her entertainment.
I mean, I understand that logic, but
it's still fucked up.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, so basically the second arc gets resolved with Eileen successfully preventing a terrorist attack effectively by a bunch of demons and also preventing the heroine of the second game from causing a fucking crisis as well. Said heroine is a massive fan of the first game's heroine, who manipulated manipulated her into trying to pull off the absolute bullshit that would have caused the crisis. So yeah, again, Lilia is a fucking awful person who doesn't even see anyone else except for Eileen as a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah, what makes this fun instead of an overall horrifying series is Eileen is an absolute delight as a character, and instead of being like a pure goody two shoes, walks a really nice line between being a good person and playing all the way into those villainess trappings. Also, she has. I am glad that the supporting cast finally has. The series had an initial issue very similar to Bibliophile Princess in that there were only 2 women and a full host of men amongst the main cast, and that has been at least somewhat rectified with the second arc. But yeah, no, this show's pretty good. I am very much liking Eileen as protagonist, and the dynamic she has with the supporting cast is very good.
That's good.
And I can't wait to see how they play with this villain reveal, because that could be very fun.
Well, we'll just have to find out. But moving on to a show that I might not be finding out about. Legend of Mana, the Teardrop Crystal. I said this before the stream. I started watching, I think it was episode 6, and I just felt so bored, and I felt like I was forcing myself to watch it, and so I just went, you know what, if I'm forcing myself to watch this show, I should drop it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the time or the attention span to be able to force myself to watch shows anymore.
understandable, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially now I've gotten a part-time job, I have even less time.
Mm.
Um,
And it's less time you spend on applying for jobs, at least, right?
to a certain extent, yeah, but this is, this is a tide me over kind of job rather than a, okay, I'm going to be able to do this for a while kind of job, so.
Yeah, those are fun.
I mean, episode 5, Shiloh meets back up with Pearl and Ruri. They they go through a tower, which Shiloh was sent to get Mithril for a new sword, and at the top of the tower, he and Pearl see some kind of Pearl alter ego that warns them or something, and then vanishes. I don't really know. And now they're traveling together, but again, I just sort of, clocked out after a while.
That's about right.
Also, Shiloh goes on this big quest to get Mithril for a new sword, and then doesn't return it to the blacksmith. Admittedly, at this point he has a magic sword, but still, it seems a little bit weird. Yeah, maybe it would help if I had a little more grounding in Legend of Mana as a whole, but as it stands, yeah. I'm not, like dying to know what happens next. Moving on.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
Moving on then to the little lies we all tell.
This one hasn't been boring yet.
No, it really hasn't.
It has skirted the line with Basayoshi for me, but otherwise, yeah, it's been very funny.
Yeah, it's definitely definitely skirted the line.
The gags have been a bit hit or miss. Like the gag of him absolutely being super happy with being complimented by a woman, and then absolutely fucking deflated when she takes a compliment back later on. That was funny.
That was funny. I think there was even some there was a certain amount of humor with him being gender bent and then it being reversed.
Yeah,
that was
the Mario sound effect was fun.
Yeah. But the funniest part of that particular episode, storyline, whatever you want to call it, was Sekine yelling, "No! Don't touch Brian!" in full English. Just
yeah.
Yes.
Oh god. What else was there? Sekine's ultimate ability is a bit weird.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like the side effect on that one.
Yeah.
It's very not great.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of hoping that's going to be a one-time gag, but
oh, the gag of
I mean,
I'm trying to remember.
Basayoshi sending himself into an existential crisis about who he'd marry out of the four of them.
Yeah.
And then deciding on none of the other three, but basically describing himself.
Yeah. Oh, the gag of everyone in the world being turned into rocks and Shio still getting a ton of attention.
Yeah.
Even as a fucking rock.
I mean, and again, that one was very good. Of just Sekine being snubbed, and so Rika turning back time and transforming people to try and recover her self-esteem, and eventually she just puts an end to it because it's getting dumber and dumber.
Yep. Also, Rika just straight up counterfeiting money, and
oh yeah,
Sekine used to have morals, but now she doesn't.
yeah. We shouldn't spend any more of these bills. I'd better get rid of them later. Sekine upholds the law. I wonder how many more fried noodles I can get with this. She used to uphold the law.
Yep.
Oh, I do like the narrator. The narrator has some great lines.
Also, isn't the narrator fucking Tsurumi from Golden Kamuy?
Let me check.
Or am I thinking of a different show? I think it is.
Let me get Mal up. Narrator is Hocho Otsuka, who is Tsurumi, yes. And Hakuro.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And Hakuro in Slime.
Oh. Huh.
That tracks.
And
Yeah.
was that that weird promoter dude in your boy Kong Ming?
Oh, cool.
Oh, and I think he's the bartender in Zombieland Saga.
Oh,
Nope.
yeah.
He's done some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like his voice a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just funny seeing Tsurumi here.
Oh yeah, when they were at the beach and Chio sent the dude flying for hitting on her. The prolonged yell he gave as he fell was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Rika cheating on the final exams and still only getting a 51.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it was because she cheated off all three of them, and she took some of her answers from Chio, who was apparently horrific at English.
Yeah. Well, Chio, if you take a pause and look at the
I did, yeah.
the scores by subject, Chio does really well in like the cultural stuff and
Yeah.
really poorly in academics.
Cultural and physical stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And I believe it's the reverse for Sekine.
Sekine gets like I think 5s out of 5 for everything except for physical education, where she got a 1.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she didn't. She got like 3s for like home ec and stuff like
fair
that.
enough. Fair enough. But yeah, she got mostly 5s and then just that 1 in phys ed.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh god, Chio memorizing the textbook and then just reciting the foreword.
Yep.
Oh god. Yeah, this show has some really good gags and some really iffy gags, but it's overall been a good time.
Yeah, it's more good than bad, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But moving on to Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer.
So, how much pain are you in, Nmbr?
A fair amount, but I maintain what I said before. This show's story is so good that it becomes easy to ignore the poor animation as long as there isn't a fight happening, which, you know, is sometimes, but yeah, the overall I forgot how good this story is. It's just let me get the episode list here so I remember where we were. Right, so Hanako, who was the childhood friend of Taro, who died last time, we get an episode largely about her and how she's feeling, and how she wasn't always the quiet girl that she is now, who doesn't show much emotion, but she kind of became that way by hanging around Taro, and he going on his own path, and she's sort of becoming envious of him, but always caring about him nonetheless. And when the Beast Knights team up against the golem that killed Taro, they wear mourning attire, all black and stuff, which is pretty nice. I forgot that they did that. So it would have it was emotional. It would have been amazing if it were well animated when they actually fight the golem, but it is what it is. Hanako's voice actress is very good in her scene where she's just screaming. Very dramatic, very sounds very real. Let's see. Yuhi has another fight with the Crow Knight, who was the Dog Knight's brother, if you forget. But they have their little rematch, and Yuhi wins. It wasn't very well animated, but hey, it was still cool. We get an episode about the two girls who were the master's apprentices and what they wished for, which was basically for each other to live well and be happy. But they don't tell each other about it because they're too embarrassed to admit that that was their wish. But I think it says a lot that they had basically the same wish. And what happened after that? Oh, right, Tayo. So Tayo, who was working with Animus, comes to the realization that, hey, maybe there is stuff in this world worth fighting for, and maybe it doesn't need to be destroyed. And he comes to realize that his holding field has the power to briefly rewind time, and that he may have been able to save Taro before he died. He gets a bit of guilt over that. But Hanako calls him and assures him that he didn't know, so he shouldn't feel bad about it. And eventually he decides to, because the 10th golem has is basically multiple tiny golems that keep regenerating and keep becoming stronger. But they will always do that as long as one of them remains, and the last one was hiding in his closet, and he suspected this but didn't do anything about it. But after spending more time with the kids and the rest of the Beast Knights, he decides to take out the golem himself and starts to turn on Animus, though he's not completely sold yet. And yeah, so yeah, it's just frustrating seeing this show like this, but I mean, like I said, it's easy to get hooked and very invested in this story, especially when I'm binging it. As long as there's not a fight happening, I'm pretty much enjoying what's on screen. So, and the voice acting and music helps too, because both of those are pretty solid.
That's good at least.
Also, out of nowhere, the ending theme changed to a song by The Pillows. I don't know why, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. But yeah. So it is what it is. I'm hoping it's whatever. It is what it is. It's upsetting, but I'm still enjoying myself well enough because of the story. But I look forward to rereading the manga after this.
Yeah. So, moving on then to management of a novice alchemist.
A much more well animated show.
Pretty fun. What?
Oh yeah, fun little time.
Yeah, these past few episodes have been really nice. Do love the bits with Sarasa just absolutely having no idea how to deal with the whole pendant situation.
Oh yeah, the pendant situation, because apparently the pendant it lets her control her power, because apparently her magic power is incredibly high and she can't control it very well. So the
Power
pendant is a
maximum.
MacGuffin that lets her do that.
Yeah, she's apparently really crazy strong.
Yes, and then when it accidentally breaks during the beach episode, she has to she sends a letter to her master so that she can help repair it, but accidentally drops the pendant into the teleportation thing, and then
To
yeah,
be fair, it's not Saras's fault.
no, it's
It's
not.
Iris being a klutz again.
It's Iris's fault. Yeah.
I mean, she did knock into Sarasa and knock the pendant into the portal, so
She's kind of a klutz, I've come to realize.
kinda.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, no, the whole cast really gels together really nicely, so it's been fun seeing them banter about.
Yeah,
And
I like the whole cast, especially with Iris and Kate. Their dynamic is pretty good.
also, Ophelia is a really fun character.
I love Ophelia. She's that master character who's super reliable and also just nice to have around, but she's not a constant presence because she doesn't live in the same village. I liked the flashback where we learn how Sarasa became her apprentice in the first place.
Yep, that was neat.
Yeah. Sarasa teaching Loria how to swim is also...
Yeah, that was very sweet and wholesome.
Yeah.
Too bad that giant-ass lamprey decided to show up.
Yeah, that ugly thing.
Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah. You know what a lamprey is, right, Mill?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those things are fucking ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine one that's...
I'm not questioning...
Giant, slimy,
I'm not questioning...
electricity.
Yeah, I'm not questioning the reaction to the lamprey. I'm questioning the... why it was there.
Well, there are
because
magic beasts in this world.
Every single piece of wildlife wants to kill you in this
Yeah.
setting, I guess.
Yes. May I
Every
remind you
single
of the
variety of wildlife.
of the Hellflame Grizzlies, which are just grizzly bears that are on fire.
Yes. And also the giant-ass fucking lamprey, which apparently has electricity powers for some fucking reason.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And the Frostfang bats, of course.
Mm-hmm. Which, if you touch the fangs with your bare fingers, you will freeze instantly.
Yeah. Luckily, they don't really fight humans too much, so...
Yeah. But yeah,
Is that everything for Novice Alchemist?
Pretty much. I do kind of enjoy how Sarasa is pretty nonchalant about handling organs and corpses, and just getting those body parts. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not shown
typical cute
comedically
girl
in the show
thing.
at all. It's just nonchalant. It's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, it's not typical cute girls doing cute things show.
Yeah. Like, hey, here's this jar full of eyeballs
Yeah.
that still have blood on them. And pouring out this fluid from this heat sac from that grizzly.
God.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we should probably move on
Yeah.
to... just get it up. Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury.
The fucking birthday song, I fucking swear.
That was fucked up. Wow.
People
I
are
didn't really...
making jokes,
I didn't
but
expect that.
It's a Gundam series. You should have expected Death to come along at some point.
I know, but not like that.
Not
Yeah,
like
no,
this.
that was fun.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this. But yeah, you gotta love it when someone is just starting to learn what it means to be a human, and then they are suddenly snuffed out.
Yeah. Man, and poor Ellen. Jeez.
Elon?
Elon,
Elon is just like
yeah, I don't want
Ellen.
to call him
Let's just call him
Elon
Ellen.
because that sounds an awful lot like a certain person that we should talk about right now.
Call
I
him
mean,
Ellen. We'll call him Ellen.
We
Yeah,
can talk
Ellen.
about that guy. We can talk about that guy as long as we're dunking the fuck out of him.
I know, but it's now's not the
In
time.
peace,
Yeah.
Twitter.
Also, is the person who died a member of the harem?
Yes. Well,
Kinda,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
One of the important
Well,
members or periphery members?
One of the important ones, actually.
Yeah, he goes on a date with Suletta, sort of.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like he's like the second most most relevant member of the harem, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe third if you want to argue for Gwell, but
But yeah, turns out he's actually a clone of this
I don't know
other
if he was
asshole.
cloned or not, or if he was. I think he was actually surgically modified. I don't
Oh
think he was a
yeah,
clone.
yeah. I guess that was it. Sort of, basically a clone, but
He's
not.
a body double for an important
Yeah,
person.
Yes, yeah, body double for an important person, so that he can attend school in his stead.
Yep.
So in other words, he's
And-
just he's mostly just seen as an object or a tool,
Yep. Really fucked up.
which is why he
Yeah,
eventually gets snuffed out. Also, he has a Gundam. That's yeah.
Yeah, he is the other Gundam pilot. And then the people mark him for failing to beat Suletta.
Yeah.
And he's singing the happy birthday song.
Yep.
That song is fucking fatal in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting more from the rest of the cast, which is also really nice. I
Ghoul
also
is
fucking
homeless.
Yeah, Gwell is camping. It's like Euro camp, right?
Yeah, it's just like here. It's just like that meme, Euro Camp. I've loved the memes about him being homeless.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, Gwell kicked out of his dorms because of him failing too many times.
Yeah.
And his dad's an asshole, so shocker. Yeah, Suletta has basically been adopted into the Earth House, where she's starting to go along with people. And oh, we talked about Choo Choo already in the 3-episode check-in because that was
Yeah.
Mireen is starting to become a little less soon and a little bit more dare towards Suletta,
Yes.
which is nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
Also, most recent episode dropped a very strong hint that Suletta and Eri are not the same person. Because it's been 21 years since the prologue episode, and Suletta is only like 16 or so.
Oh, I totally missed that. You're right.
Yeah.
Huh.
And all the older characters look like they are substantially older than like a 12-year time skip would allow.
Yeah.
So a 21-year time skip makes a lot more sense. And I think Eri is actually the Ariel.
Oh. Maybe.
I've seen that theory floated around a lot, and it makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the fucking thing with the ghost, with the virtual ghost hallucination of the children in that fight with Ellen. The ones around the launchy, fighty laser bits.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
that episode capable.
I can't contribute because I've not watched it, but I'm sure you know what you're talking about.
There's
Yeah,
a
no,
lot going on in
it
Gundam.
Yeah, I would not be surprised, honestly. I wouldn't even be surprised if it was the first time Gundam did a Powered by a Forsaken Child thing.
Yeah. It probably has.
Almost certainly. This franchise has been around for like almost 50 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Show's good, crazy. It unfortunately got delayed a bit because anime is just like that.
Yeah. Honestly, this is one of the front runners for anime in this season, I think.
Oh yeah, I love this show. The only reason I'm not super sold yet, it's definitely up there, but I'm trying to figure out where it's going. It's really hard to get a read on this show right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the big issue.
Yeah, I don't even
Also,
see it as an issue necessarily. It's just it's hard to gauge, you know.
imagine
I'm
that
really
it's going to
enjoying
spend-
it.
Yeah.
But
I imagine it's going to spend most of the first core building up the main supporting cast for everything hits the fan at the end of the core.
I'm sure the core will end on a huge twist or drop, which might be the thing you mentioned, but we'll see.
Yep. I mean, this one is split core, which is going to make the winter wait a hell of a time.
I think it's probably better that way, considering the production issues that they are apparently having. So,
I dread to imagine what it would be like to deal with all the delays across like a 2 straight core run.
yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
praying that the second core doesn't pull like an 86, and then we have to wait like a while for those last few episodes.
That would not be great.
Yeah, no.
I'd rather just the whole core, honestly.
Yeah, no. I do love this show. It is definitely one of my favorites. I'm just trying to figure out where it's
really
going.
Fucking solid. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Speaking of gorgeous shows, though, we now move on to Mob Psycho 100 Season 3, and I'll be damned if the show didn't get me sad about a booger spirit.
They fucking almost made me cry over Anime Slimer. How?
Anime Slimer. Hey, he deserves
what
more
people
respect
did.
than that.
You're right. Also, for some reason, Dimple just was given an unreasonably thick ass in his god form, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, I didn't realize it upon my first viewing of that episode, but the second time I noticed, and I'm like, huh, why is he so caked up?
Why is Dimple dummy thick?
I did take a shot at Dimple when he was going on about Mob's fashion sense, and I just went, says the spirit with a golden statue aesthetic.
Yeah.
Look,
I think he was calling Mob tacky at the time, and I was like, really? You're gonna call him tacky? Come on.
Honestly, the whole bit. Episode 6 was a fucking masterpiece, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That gorgeous, and also just sad as fuck.
It made me feel pathos for Dimple, who I had like very minimal attachment to before this season.
I mean,
Yeah.
5 and 6 of just, showcasing what Mob's true superpower really is. It's not his psychic powers, it's his ability to empathize with people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do love how his meter hit 100 when Dimple called his shirt lame.
Yeah.
That was fucking funny.
But it was also
when
great
I was
that
watching
it was
the episode, I thought it was like a rage breaking point, but I think the truth is even funnier.
Yeah, like it's nice that it was the 100% was for trust, because he, it was like, thank you for being the only one to tell me the truth about this shirt. I wasn't sure about it, but people kept telling me it was great. Because they were too afraid to hurt my feelings. You told me the truth straight up.
Also, apparently, Terror didn't send him up to failure with that shirt. Terror just has that shitty fashion sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I mean, Terror still got mind whammied in the end, and then yeeted out of broccoli.
Yeah. That was fun.
But yeah, you know, more fantastic animation from Bones with Dimple's last stand.
Yeah,
Um,
that was just absolutely fantastic animation on display there for that whole episode. I think that might be the best episode of the season so far.
Oh yeah, it's certainly my favorite. But we have more to come. I know that there's gonna be more. That's even.
I
More
am glad that
incredible.
episode 7 was a nice breather by being more lighthearted and less and not focusing too much on Mob and his dealing with all the stuff that went on with Dimple.
I mean, even
Yeah.
then, you know, Mob got his empathy boner out again for Takenaka.
Yeah.
But you know, they're about to send a message up into space. Who else is out in space?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Be ready to cry again.
But what does cars have to do with this?
God damn it.
Also, I loved Reagan oversleeping, but still managing to just about get there before they did, so that you know it looked like he had been waiting for them in episode 7. Also, you know, Reagan good-naturedly grumbling about having to look after them on New Year's Day, but yeah, we all know Reagan loves looking after Mob.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, fucking love the bit where it's like, remember to drive safely, Shisho, and it's like, maybe we should just not talk for a while.
There was a really nice touch at the start of episode 7, when after Tome cried, her eyes were red. Like that's a really nice little touch that you know a lot of shows wouldn't go to the effort for.
Yeah. I also really find the gag of Tome just sighing so much she fills the room with her disappointed atmosphere was great.
Also, just to upset you further about the Dimple thing,
oh no,
he had a very noticeable slash across his back, which was very which paralleled back to Reagan in the last episode of season 1 when he protected Mob from the sword slash.
Oh damn it! Speaking of upsetting, the fucking Lord Psycho helmet thing throughout that episode was unsettling as hell. Especially that shot of him just looming over Dimple towards the end.
Those were always unsettling.
Yeah. But you see those two big ass eyes in the background, and Dimple's all like super battered and broken, and you just see that looming figure behind him. It's like, ugh.
Also, Mob Hulk smash Dimple.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I do love the callback in episode 5 where it's just like him doing the exact same thing as when he first re-encountered Dimple. After the Smile Cult thing.
Yeah.
That's what you were talking about, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I do love how much of a callback that is. That is fun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I made the point of Mob was asking why Dimple wasn't showing himself in episode 5. I was like, he's not showing himself because you'll curb stomp him into the ground.
And so he did.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, Mob is still incredible. Absolutely amazing show with some great animation. But also, you know, the point is that the characters are so strong.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this show would have been good if it just had the Bones animation. What makes it great and what makes it amazing is the strength of the story and the strength of the character writing.
Yeah. It is just a thematically and narratively really well written show. And it's just the characters really bounce off each other in really organic and interesting ways.
Yeah. Yeah. One might make Reagan the ugliest motherfucker in the world, but damn if they don't know how to write stories.
But Mill, I thought Reagan was the runner-up for Tumblr Sexy Man.
Not manga Reagan.
True.
Manga
Reagan does look pretty ugly.
Manga Reagan gives children nightmares.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. I probably couldn't do any better, but I got to take the shots.
Yeah.
So we should move on from one Bones show to another. My Hero Academia Season 6.
Yeah, Bones is
He's
just coming. Out crazy shit.
Yeah, he's coming.
Yep.
He's coming.
Oh Lord, he's coming. Holy fuck, this season.
Where's the sub right now?
Sub is how to describe? They're fighting Machia.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
They just got to the part where they're trying to knock out Machia with the anesthetic.
Yeah.
So the bit in that there's a bit in that episode where the Urusei Run is playing, and it looks like they finally managed. They've dosed Machia. It looks like he's finally going to go down, and then he goes into his super mode, and the music cuts out. And it's like, why'd you cut off Urusei Run?
I guess Urusei Run doesn't go with everything.
I'm sad now. I think it's been like 2 full seasons since we've heard Urusei Run, but I could be wrong.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, no, the whole fucking war is just going into, is starting to kick into overdrive, because Shiggy's awake now, and, Machia's up and running, and oh yeah, Shiggy just, hits, Aizawa with the eraser bullet. That can't possibly go badly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit Eraser head with the eraser bullet. Ha ha ha.
Yep. So yeah, things are not looking great.
No,
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I mean,
Fine.
going off of, Horikoshi being a massive Star Wars nerd, this is really the Empire Strikes Back moment.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, I mean, dub-wise, I'm not fully caught up, but so today I watched the episodes with Twice Darby and Hawks.
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
And what was in the second one? Oh yeah, and Shigaraki is now woken up, basically. Like Mirko kicked the tank in, and then he got an electric shock on the floor, and poor Cape dude.
I think it was Exless or something.
I think it was Exless, yeah. Poor that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, My Hero still very good. Still definitely enjoying the dub. Looking forward to the rest of this arc. But
oh yeah, the next sub is Satsuki Bakugo Rising. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be a hole-in-one.
Oh yeah, no, it'll definitely blow people away.
Okay, alright, okay.
So moving on then to the next show on our docket, My Master Has No Tail. I'm still getting a decent amount of enjoyment out of this. Again, the issue is that it's fucking high dive.
Rip.
But I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm enjoying getting to see, there are aspects of it that I recognize because I've been reading Akane Banashi and Shonen Jump, which is quite nice. So I'm able to go, I recognize that. Yay! I know about Rakugo, sort of. So I've only watched 2 more episodes. So episode 4, get some time with Shirara, who is one of the Zenza Banashi, or openers. And it turns out that she is the heiress to a... I think it's like... It might be a crime family. It might be a Yakuza family. I'm not sure. Certainly, they work with a lot of Yakuza types. It eventually takes Bunko coming in, making a bet with the leader, who's like, "I've never laughed, and you're not gonna make me laugh." And then he laughs when Bunko performs the Rakugo. Interestingly, she performs an adapted version of a story called Rakuda, and the master who came up with the adapted version is a very famous Rakugauka, and is the model for a character in Akane Banashi. So,
Huh. Cool.
I found that quite cool. Then episode 5 was about Koito, the blind shamisen player, who instantly figured out that Mamida was a Tanuki. And her reasoning for not acting more shocked was, I figured everyone was excited at the thought of seeing someone so fluffy performing Rakugo. You know what? I can't disagree with that. Also very funny was Mamada learned how Shirara became a Zenza, which was her master saw her studying the stories late at night, and the hard work convinced him to give her a shot. So Mamada decided to try and replicate it and stage the scene for Bunko. The issue is Mamada can't read. So Bunko is just like, I know you can't read. Okay, just don't fall asleep on the books. She then falls asleep on the books. I mean, I appreciated the effort that went to setting up the whole scene, which included glasses, but again, it's just ruined. Mamoru does not think her plans through well enough. She really doesn't.
Nope. Doesn't sound like it.
And then, because the episode was about Mamada improving her transformation skills, the end of the episode, Koido was supposed to help perform a really difficult story with Bunko, but then her shamisen breaks and they don't have a replacement. So Mamada transforms into a shamisen and manages to do pretty well and hold the transformation. So, which results in this screenshot when Bunko starts playing the shamisen. Because, yeah, she can't hold the transformation any longer.
Brings a whole new meaning to the term "playing like a fiddle."
Yeah, but no, again, it's one of those shows that it's not up there for me, but it's definitely enjoyable, and it's about an enjoyable subject. And just getting some Murase every week is quite nice. So yeah, we should move on to the latest in the big shonen shows. I am of course talking about One Piece.
This piece of one. Now,
The
good
writer
sir,
of Mob Psycho
have you
100?
heard? Good sir, have you not heard? Racism is over now. You must be punched in the face.
Jinbei beat that guy up for being racist.
You know what? It's what he deserves.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, so most recent episode was Jinbei versus Who's Who, which was fun fight. And has Jinbei just being an absolute fucking badass, as one does.
Yeah. Jinbei is just a badass in general.
You're not wrong. He's really just a fantastic character.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there was that. There was also Tama just flipping the whole fucking situation in favor of the protagonists, which was also great.
Mm-hmm.
So Tama did her big announcement and flipped all the gifters over to the Straw Hat side.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yes,
Mhm.
yes. I misheard your pronunciation of Tama, so I was trying to remember the name a character called like Tama. I was like, do I remember them? Oh God, what did they do?
Yeah, no, Tama. Otama.
Yeah, Otama. Yeah. No, as I said, I definitely do remember her contribution.
Yeah.
So where
Yeah,
are we at in terms of the battle? Have we
So
got to...
Nami has knocked out Ulti with the help of Zeus.
Yep.
Page One's also down, and with as of most recent episode, Who's Who is also down.
Right.
Mhm.
And we also got Who's Who monologuing about his time in prison and Nika and fishmen being slaves and whatnot.
Have we gotten the next stage of Roof Piece?
So Yamato versus Kaido just kicked off.
Okay, I didn't want to say it just in case there are some anime onlys here that didn't know what was gonna happen next, because it is a pretty big moment.
Yeah.
But okay, so we are getting closer and closer to the end. If you had to make a guess, how far into 2023 do you think it'll be?
I want to say about the end of the arc, probably like most of 2023. I want to say like around this time of the year.
Oh wow, okay.
Maybe a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But we're probably going to end the year with Robin's fight, or maybe one or two chapters after that.
Oh, I forget. Have you gotten to the second interlude yet?
Second Wano interlude?
Yeah.
That was a while ago. That was between Acts 2 and 3.
The one with the results of the reverie?
Yeah, the Warlords being disbanded, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Sabo
That was a while
stuff?
ago.
And the Sabo stuff?
A little bit of that, yeah.
Well,
the post-Wano stuff has come out.
Yeah, not the post-Wano stuff, but, I honestly thought that was in between the battle. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, no.
There's a lot in Wano. I don't blame you for getting stuff mixed up.
Yeah, no, you'll have to reread it at some point soon, because it is a long fucking arc.
Yeah.
It hasn't gone to a certain organization being introduced, has it?
Nope.
No. Okay.
That is post-Wano.
That's not post-Wano. That's during Wano.
Oh, those guys, yeah.
Yeah.
A certain organization that we may or may not have seen before. That one.
Yeah, no, the most recent episode ended. The one that was last weekend, rather, ended with Jinbei versus Who's Who concluding.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, yeah. No,
Is that everything then?
that's more or less everything. Yeah. The Beast Pirates have lost some of their big fighters now, and the tide is starting to turn in favor of Les Straw Hats.
Straw Hats Alliance. Be nice. It's not
Yes.
just them there.
The Straw Hat Alliance.
Yeah.
The Ninja Pirate Mink Samurai Alliance.
Yeah. Okay, then moving on to. Let me. You know what? I'm actually gonna, instead of my list up, I'm gonna get up the wiki page just to make sure I get this name right because I've gotten it wrong before. Raven of the Inner Palace.
Yes.
Quite nicely, the wiki has been updated to show the Japanese pronunciations of most of the main characters.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, the last few episodes have been real good.
Yeah, I mean, episode 6 wrapped up the. Is he on the list? He is not on the list. Is he on the Mal list? Nope. So I'm just gonna wing it and go the Bingwei stuff. Which, you know, I thought he'd be the big bad, but guess that isn't happening.
Nope. Surprisingly, he's a tragic figure who just does not know how to ask questions properly.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, doesn't know how to ask for help properly. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, start of episode 7, Jusetsu was getting ready to re-murk his ass.
I mean, Shuchu?
Jusetsu. The fucking Raven consort.
Shoshu.
Jusetsu is the Japanese pronunciation. I'm using the Japanese pronunciation where I can.
Okay.
I have it up now. Just go to the wiki.
Alright. I see it.
If I had more time, I would come up with a pronunciation guide on my own, but I don't.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fair.
But before that, we we got his name, Aisei's backstory, which was not great.
Oh yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, that was quite bad. Lot of trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, we had an early ED in that episode, and then a very, very late OP.
Yeah.
As well as Aisei sharing with Jusetsu that Koshun was seeing those zombie ghosts.
Yep.
Oh yeah. At one point, somebody, I can't remember who it was, said they say the inner palace is haunted. I was like, when hasn't it been haunted? It seems like it's perpetually haunted.
Yep. It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Was episode 5 the episode we got introduced to Yayoshin?
I think so.
Yeah. That's quite a concerning thing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering the reveal in episode 6 that Yayoshin is also the god that is somewhat patronizing Jusetsu.
Yeah, no, creepy god. Very, very creepy.
Yeah. Turns out that's who's been flying around in the OP.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the dude running the storehouse is supernaturally old.
Yep.
And we get the Raven Consort's backstory before Bing Yue decides to take Juju of all people hostage, which is, you know,
A recipe for disaster, really.
yeah, it didn't go well for him. Did not go well for him. And again, you know, he came off very aggressive for somebody who wanted help.
Yep.
So yeah, episode 7. I'm glad Jusetsu threatened to roast that fucking bird. I really don't. I'm just I don't know why I get like annoyed at freakishly giant birds in anime, but I do. This is the second time it's happened. This is the second time it's happened. It's a me problem entirely, but yeah. The fucking Dowager's fucking spirit hung around for a long time.
Yeah, no, she just straight up fucking haunted the Emperor.
Koshin.
Yeah.
Seriously, just get the wiki up. It'll make your life so much easier.
It's fine to call him the Emperor. That's what he is.
I know, but it's a cop out. You know it's a cop out.
Yes, I know. What's your point?
Fine. You know, you want to do it that way, you do it.
Maybe I will.
Get a nice scene with let me just check that I'm gonna be saying the right name there. Good thing is I can at least, you know, yes, okay. So nice scene with Kajo, the flower consort, basically taking basically shanghaiing Jusetsu into a sister relationship.
Yep, that was nice.
And then good scene at the end with the Emperor ending the death sentence and promising not to kill her, treat her as an equal ruler in private, and to be her friend.
That was nice. I'm glad they went with the whole friendship thing. That was really neat.
Mm-hmm. And then we got the post credits of Bing Yue's master taking a new apprentice who is also soulless, based on my, you know, no pupil equals soulless criteria. Also, the master's name is Master Feng, which with Japanese pronunciation is Ho Sensei, and you know I'm a child. If they keep calling him Ho Sensei, I'm gonna have a very hard time keeping a straight face.
Ho. Oh.
And then today's episode was all about the young eunuchs.
Yep. It goes through some pretty fucked up stuff, believe it or not.
Yeah. What's his fucking name? Ishiha gets caned several times. Very harshly as well.
Yeah, for no good reason.
I mean, just, yeah, I mean, I said, caning him for seeing a ghost in a world with the Raven Consort is very harsh.
Yeah.
You gotta know the ghosts are real.
That's when the guy could have just said, hey, don't talk about this ghost in front of the person who's afraid of ghosts.
Yeah.
There, end of story.
Mm-hmm. And we get another, you know, hinted at another story coming up with that woman who turned up asking for resurrection and then running away.
Yep. I wonder who she could be.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if she wants resurrection, she just needs to kill some cows.
Oh boy. There's also the bit with the other consort trying to talk Shosets into helping her out with the ghost problem and just seemingly trying to get to know her better.
Mm-hmm.
The one really shy girl.
Yeah. And then post credits, Jusetsu. Did she dream of Yayoshin or did she become Yayoshin?
I believe it was a dream.
Right. It was sort of unclear.
You know, it was really unclear. I will never not take an opportunity to reference that joke.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, we got to see a new power, because I don't think we knew that she could force somebody to tell the truth.
Oh, that's a pretty rad power, though.
Yeah, not going to disagree with that. Unless she didn't really force him to tell the truth, it was just a threat that forced him to tell the truth. It was also unclear.
Yep.
Anyway, we should move on to Reincarnated as a Sword.
What time is it? Curry time!
It's curry o'clock.
Friend? Friend is just absolutely delightful. So anyways, the most recent couple episodes saw the end of the dungeon raiding arc with Fran and Teacher having a awesome duel with a greater demon and managing to kill it by the skin of their teeth in awesome fashion, and then eliminating the goblin dungeon master that had summoned the demon. So for taking out the demon, Fran gets a awesome rank up, and afterwards she and the Teacher take a bunch of odd jobs, gathering materials and such. Also, that Fran can get her reward of having curry. And she has a real fun time both making it and eating it. Around all this, there's also the appearance of one very unpleasant asshole knight dude who decides to be a dick to Fran for no real good reason, and abuses his special ability to actually, let's backspace first, because the demon that Fran and Teacher were fighting had the ability to steal skills and try to use it on them, and they only very narrowly dodged having to suffer the consequences thereof. But anyways, so Fran is confronted by this asshole noble knight dude, who no, dude's not even a good word for him. I won't use dude. Asshole knight asshole. Who just is a rude dipshit, and also tries to abuse his unique ability to both see through lies and also make other people believe his own lies more readily. So, because they managed to get the skill stealing ability from the demon, Fran and Teacher steal the asshole's truth-seeing ability, and his ability to be, and his courtesy skills as well, and absolutely proceed to clown on him and make him look like the dipshit he is. That was fun. Yeah, most of the rest of the episode is celebrating the victory in the dungeon and Fran's newfound status within the Adventurers Guild. Quite a fun few episodes. The fight with the demon was really fun. Really dynamic fight that was pretty well choreographed.
Good.
It's been a while since I've seen like an isekai with fights that aren't super one-sided in the protagonist's favor. Like, they actually have to fight and strategize in order to take the demon out properly, because the demon is actually stronger than they are. So it's again, a refreshing change of pace to see the protagonist on the back foot in a fight.
Hmm.
Like, I know they're going to eventually get ludicrously strong, but they're not the strongest people around automatically by default to being isekai protagonists,
Yeah.
which is very positive. Yeah, no, this is a fun show.
Hmm.
I'm really liking all the isekais this season. It's weird. I don't expect that to happen all that often. There's always at least one that's an absolute fucking dud.
Hmm. Maybe you're just not
And
watching
that's
that isekai. I'm sure.
No, there's only 3 this season, and they're all good.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
unless
know.
you count Iruma.
Yeah, but Iruma's also good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Farm Skills is not an isekai.
No, Farm Skills is an isekai.
No, it's not.
That's what I was saying. It's not an isekai.
Yeah, Beast Tamer is not an isekai. A Moral Guild is not an isekai. Peter Grill is not an isekai. All the shitty fantasy stuff isn't isekai. It's just regular shitty fantasy. Which is fucking weird.
Damn it.
Why is anime good?
This season is really good. I don't know why.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, Reincarnated as a Sword. Good show. Really does a good job of not playing fully to the hilt on the isekai tropes, but does a little bit of playing with them instead, which is nice.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, moving on then to Shinobi no Ittoki. Let's see here. I'm somewhat cooling on my theory that the Koga chief and Ittoki's dad were the same person.
yeah, no. A couple episodes ago, they were talked about like they were very different people.
Yeah, I sort of put a big hole in my theory, but I'd still say there's somewhat of a relation.
Maybe they were brothers or something. Who knows?
I don't know.
What I do know is that I am getting very frustrated by how well things are going for the Koga people, because it seems like everything is like literally rigged in their favor.
Well, I just,
Aside from that one setback of Kenjiro Suda getting sent to jail.
even that seemed to be according to Keikaku.
Yeah.
But like what's frustrating me is how little evidence there is, like actual strong non-circumstantial evidence that the Yiga were responsible for Kishinmaru's death.
Yeah, no, it seems really fucking flimsy, and it's almost as if like the investigators are in Koga's pocket, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Like, I'm more frustrated at, the fucking Koga, going all full to bear on Iga for the death of their chief, but like, Kishinmaru was a ninja pacifist. This is not what he would want, and you're claiming to be acting in his memory.
Yeah, not to mention, again, very little evidence that Iga was responsible besides circumstantial shit.
Yeah.
That could have been stolen.
Like, the fucking Koga bastards suicide bombed Kosetsu.
Yeah.
Like, and they didn't get expelled for that.
Yeah, no. Fucking weird.
Like, Koga burns down the Saiga workshop, and they're still gonna try and hold that high ground?
Yeah, no, like, apparently almost all of the other clan chiefs have been bullied by Koga in some capacity.
Yeah.
And it's like, how the fuck do they keep getting away with this? Like, the show seems to be stacking the deck in the villain's favor just to add tension, and it's just exhausting at this point.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, honestly, I didn't mind the stuff that happened in the latest episode because it did make some semblance of sense. I mean, it was a weird. The start was a weird like non sequitur of Yumika asked Ittoki, or was like, Yumika was said to Ittoki, "Hey, we have a secret ninja corps. Do you have what it takes to be an eager ninja?" Like, it just very weird, you know, move of subjects. Yeah, like.
I do like that Kira or Kirei is
G'day. Yeah.
portrayed as a sympathetic spy rather than like being a one-dimensional cackling evil mole type character.
Yeah, I was quite frustrated when it was first revealed, but then the episode after that went into her backstory definitely improved the situation.
Not to mention, like, it's pretty clear from her dialogue with what's his face that she is basically under duress to do this.
Yeah. So, and you know, she ended up you know, sending an update to Suzaku with nothing actually in it. So.
So that's the possibility of her turning.
Yeah. I think she.
Unfortunately,
I think she will. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the next episode looks like it's going to be full-on war, which is not fun.
Yeah. I mean, you know, just counting down the episodes to Ittoki using the super secret ninja corps.
Yeah.
It's happening. We all know it's happening.
You don't introduce something like that without using it.
Yeah. When it was introduced, it was like, you know, nobody should use this super secret eager corps. You know, I can't believe anyone would ever be able to use the super secret eager corps. It's
laying on real thick there, guys.
Ittoki, we have a super secret eager corps that you should. Yeah, we have a super secret eager corps that you should never ever use.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Say no more.
Yeah. I mean, my big question at this point is whether Suzaku, considering how much he did apparently idolize Kishinmaru, whether once he learns that Koga like completely sucks, whether he'll actually change sides.
Yeah, that is the thing. Like, I have zero doubt that Kirei is going to switch sides at some point. Like, she's basically set up for it.
Yeah.
But Suzaku is a different story. Also, Yumika has so many fucking death flags.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Look, it's probably gonna be either her or Tokisada.
Tokisada, I feel like is more likely.
I don't know. I'm honestly 50-50 on one or the other going out somehow.
We will see. We will see.
This anime is just tropey to dodge a major trope like that.
You're not wrong.
Also, what the fuck was up with the that one clan chief who was wearing a bunny girl outfit?
I mean,
I know another one was cosplaying as Benkei, but
I mean, clearly they're in the entertainment industry, and
a lot of them are apparently, which is funny.
Yeah, and they were both female as far as I know, so it wasn't a cross-dressing situation.
Yeah. Well, no, the one there was one in a bunny suit, one with a hat, and there was this other dude in a Benkei getup. As in that one that dude Musashibo Benkei. Maybe it was just a monk getup. Yeah, I think it was just a monk getup.
Let me have a look at the episode.
Oh, his name is literally Benkei Muso.
Fair enough.
That's on the fucking nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one plus side of the most recent, the one definite plus side of the most recent episode is Kito's in jail.
Yeah.
So you can celebrate about Kenjiro Tsuda getting arrested, no.
It's probably not gonna last, let's be honest.
It's not. Also, that one inspector dude got fucking backstabbed by his very obviously treacherous second in command.
Yeah. It's
Like,
yeah.
why would you go off and get investigating this very dangerous case alone? When this other dude in your division is so fucking sketchy.
Okay, so the one in the bunny girl outfit, definitely female. One in the suit and hat, maybe a little more, you know,
Androgynous.
androgynous. Yeah.
I'm leaning towards female, but I can't say for sure.
Yeah, be my instinct, but you know, no way of knowing for sure. So my last thing is that I really wish Kosetsu was far more muscular.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something I forgot to mention in Akiba because I didn't write it down. Is I really wish anime took more of a chance, you know, making that physically strong women muscular.
Yeah. They're all too. They're much more willing to write them as a little bit on the fluffier side, but nowhere near willing enough to make them beefy.
Yeah, it's
which is a damn shame.
Yeah, it's just a shame. So we should move on to Spy Family Cour 2.
Hell yeah. The show is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mr. Forger, that is definitely not elegant.
I did make a note that Henry Henderson's opinion of Lloyd has probably gone down a little bit.
Probably, but apparently Lloyd talked to them and smoothed things over.
Yeah. So episode 18, we had Damien pulling out the smug face as well.
Yep.
And then
Anya's rubbing off on him whether he likes it or not.
Yuri's tutoring session, which is entirely pointless to begin with because it's not on the test.
Yeah. And then Daybreak.
And then fucking Daybreak.
Fucking love Daybreak.
He's so
absolutely
funny.
Class A character.
He's the best spy in this show.
So these are three of my notes. Lloyd is entirely confused by this dumbass. He is so incompetent, Lloyd is wondering if it's a trap. Lloyd cannot believe he belongs to the same profession.
It says a lot that he still failed utterly despite Lloyd doing everything in his power to assist him so he wouldn't get caught.
Yeah. And yeah, Anya doesn't do amazingly on the test, but she manages not to fail.
Yeah. Without any help from Lloyd.
Yeah, good for her.
Good for her. Progress is progress.
Then we get episode 19, which is fucking George.
Oh my god.
Fucking George. Like
that whole bit is so fucking funny, especially the end with them realizing, oh, he was completely wrong. His family's not going bankrupt. He's going to stay at Eden. And everyone's asking for their shit back.
The first time you go through that story, yeah, the humor is all in the reveal of, oh god, he's not actually leaving. He has to come back. Once you know what's happening, the humor is all in, you know, watching him force them to do all of this bullshit and knowing what's gonna happen, what's about to happen. Yeah, no,
I absolutely fucking love the dramatic irony in this one.
Yeah. Oh, that poor kid.
Yeah. Look, I feel a lot of secondhand embarrassment for him, but I also find this hilarious.
Yeah.
The whole situation is funny as hell.
Oh no, it's absolutely hilarious. Then we got some anime original stuff.
No, it's actually based off of a bonus chapter, I believe.
Is it? I didn't think it was. I don't think I've seen that bonus chapter.
I'm pretty sure it is. I could be wrong. Might have been like a volume extra or something.
I'm not sure. I certainly don't remember seeing it. I saw other people saying it was anime original, so
Regardless, it's good stuff because it's
yeah.
your going full Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that in the manga somewhere.
I'm gonna check because I honestly do not remember it.
Still, it's a fun bit, especially with your being mistaken for a fucking ghost.
Yeah, that was great. Also the sheer ham of Henry Henderson in her imagination.
Yes. I mean, she's not far off. He is an absolute ham.
Yeah. Oh no, I would say she portrayed him right. It's just very funny. Yeah, Mama Becomes the Wind is an original story exclusive to the anime.
Huh. Okay, cool.
No, no, I swear I remember this in the manga.
Maybe something similar.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, this was that was a fun episode though.
Mm-hmm.
I especially love the bit at the end though, because even though it's not funny, because it's like genuine bonding between Lloyd and Yor.
Yeah, I said, yeah, sure, Lloyd, you're cheering her up for the mission. Keep telling yourself that.
He is so deep in denial that he can see the underside of crocodiles.
Yeah. And then
yeah, most recent episode was really funny though.
Yeah.
It was Anya doing a report on Lloyd's profession and absolutely fucking scribbling in illegible notes.
Yeah. Oh god, that one is very funny. Just because it's always fun to see Lloyd and Anya interacting because Lloyd is so thrown by Anya.
Yeah.
Also, continuing the family tradition, Anya made that room full of guys think that ghosts exist.
Yeah. But yeah, Anya reading her book report and everyone misinterpreting what she's saying as Lloyd doing some heinous shit is just so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Yor's imagined spot is also really funny.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that I loved that in the manga so much.
Yeah, it was great in the anime too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also get a cameo from a character who is going to be important in the next episode. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, also the bit at the end with the code thing is funny.
Yeah.
And kind of cute.
Oh, Frankie.
Poor Frankie.
Poor Frankie.
If only this show didn't make it so easy to dunk on him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm certainly not in the extra or short messages, short chapters that I'm not seeing anything about you're doing parkour. So unless it was
parkour Yor.
Unless it was in a proper chapter, I don't remember it.
Well, I do, so I'm right.
Also, Anya's remark upon learning about the concussive therapy, Papa's filled with violence.
Yes.
But yeah, no, Spy Family, still really good.
Mm-hmm.
Still,
honestly, at this point, I'm saying it's definitely a top 5 contender for anime of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on to Your Eternity Season 2.
They. So, what do you think about Prince Ponchen? I'm not gonna say his full fucking name.
No, you have to say it. If you won't, I will.
Prince Bonchen Nikolai La Tasty Peach Uralis. God, he has a long fucking name.
And he's voiced by Dio.
That is fucking hilarious.
Yes.
Dio is just hamming it up and having a great time.
Oh,
and you know
yeah.
what? Good for him.
Yeah. No, Bone is very, very fun.
Yeah, and he sees dead people.
Yeah, he can see dead people. He can see fucking ghosts. Which means he can see the people that have been following Fushi around.
Mm-hmm. And he knew about Fushi because Tonari's ghost was talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also get a montage of What's-Her-Face's descendants.
Oh, yeah, Hayase's, yeah.
Hayase's,
offspring.
Yeah. And the only two of them are really relevant to the show thus far.
Yeah.
Isame, who is her granddaughter, and Kahaku, who is, I think, the 6th reincarnation of Hayase or something.
Yeah.
And none of them are really like Hayase all that much.
No. Which, good, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Kahaku asking, is it gay if you fall for your gender-bending homie?
Yeah. He took a quick liking to Perona.
Okay,
Yep.
what?
So, takes the form of a female, of a woman, Perona, and Kahaku, who had previously been like, "Oh, you can take whatever form you want. It would be more conspicuous if you traveled like a woman." And he takes one look at Fushi's Perona form and is immediately goo-goo eyes over her.
Yeah.
And in a later episode, he basically asks, so a later episode, Fushi asks him, "Is it all right if a man loves another man?" And he is and Kahaku is completely fucking thrown by this question. For the record, the question had nothing to do with Kahaku whatsoever.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
But Kahaku kind of thought it did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The supporting cast so far this season has been interesting. Has been pretty neat.
Yeah.
Though I will say, it's not the strongest supporting cast thus far. They're not bad.
Don't worry, we'll meet more characters later.
Oh, I'm at. Yeah, what are your thoughts so far on this arc?
I mean, manga reader, so I obviously know what happens, but I like it a lot. This Bone is a central focus of this arc, so if you don't like him now, you probably will later.
That's good.
But yeah, a lot of this is more of Fushi trying to find his place in the world and figuring out what he feels like he needs to do, and also, becoming more human as well.
Yeah.
So
next episode looks like it's gonna be a fun one.
Oh yeah. Some sort of holy order seems to have it out for, because
because they're religious fanatics.
Yeah, I'm shape-shifting immortal. They aren't too huge on that, so.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of religious fanatics. But they do make for very good villains.
Yeah.
They very rarely make for likable characters, though.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, and now Fushi is working together with Bones Kingdom to take out the knockers and such. So should be fun.
Yep.
And totally not sad at all.
This show is very sad.
Of course, nothing bad happens.
Nothing bad ever happens.
To be fair, only one sad thing has happened so far this season. So.
Oh yeah, it was Tonari dying, right?
Yeah.
Well, moving on then to a show that might be sad for a different reason. Urusei Yatsura.
Camille, why would you say it's sad? This is clearly the most delightful, uplifting series ever.
I was more meaning in the sense of, you know, how far we've come, and then this gets an anime again.
Yeah?
Yep.
I mean,
JoJo,
for what it is, I've still been enjoying it.
Yeah.
I especially love the fucking the cursed boxing glove episode.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, where Ataru picks up this glove that immediately automatically pulls other people towards him, and then he ends up with the other glove that decks them. So good for him, though he ends up clobbered by the end of the episode.
Unsurprising.
Yes.
Yeah. There's also the bit where whatchamacallit? The bit where he takes a bet with Mendo about the love letter.
Yeah, about the love letter. Whether or not it's real.
Yeah. Absolute fucking dumbasses, all of them.
Yeah.
But I do like that Lum eventually helps Ataru out, and he eventually actually gives her a sign of genuine affection.
Yeah.
By holding her hand.
Yeah, that was really sweet. I like that. I like it when Ataru is not completely an asshole.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Also, those fucking perverts holding hands in public.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't censor it. Oh wait, it's High Dive. They wouldn't censor it. Yeah, of course.
Obviously. High
Yeah.
Dive gets away with all sorts of lewd shit.
Yeah. We also meet more aliens.
Yep. I believe that two of them are Lum's friends.
Yeah.
What was it? Benton and Oyuki.
Yes. Yeah. Benton lives on. I like Benton a lot. I want to see more. I love how she starts flirting with Ataru just to poke. Just to pick on Lum. That's just funny.
Just to get a rise out of Lum, so she can win the contest. Yeah.
That's great.
Oyuki, though, is a bit scummier.
Yeah. Not sure what her full intentions are, but she seems to just want to steal Lum's boyfriend.
Which is pretty fucking scummy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, it's been pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm having a pretty good time. I'm enjoying this more than I expected.
Yeah.
All right.
There was one other thing I wanted to point out. What was it? Oh right, the freaking main character.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That was so funny. That's some good meta humor. I like that.
I mean, clearly, Lum has always been the main character.
I mean, yeah. More or less. Yeah, but everyone trying to compete for becoming the main character.
Yep. Yeah, oh yeah, episode 4 was also, also fucking wild. That's the one with the princess of the crow dudes.
Yeah, that princess who, according to tradition, has to marry whoever kisses her awake, and Ataru ended up kissing her, but she falls for Mendo instead.
Yeah, and both boys try to be the one to get to bone her, and it works out for precisely neither of them.
No, I love how they had to basically do a fucking Google search of their homeworld's database to fucking pull up archives from previous elders to confirm whether or not they can just ignore the tradition.
Yeah, because it turns out the tradition is absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
But also, what's funny is that even after this, the princess was fully willing to sleep with Mendo up until Ataru forces him to humiliate himself.
Oh yeah.
By,
Because he's a coward in the dark.
Yeah, he just puts a bell around the guy and he just starts screaming.
Yeah, pretty fun. Pretty fun time.
Good.
Yeah, all these characters are some degree of asshole, but once you accept that, the show becomes a lot more entertaining.
Yeah, and they all have some good in them as well.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
We can move forward.
Moving on to our penultimate show. Uzaki wants to hang out. Season 2.
Did Mill die?
What?
Mill?
Did I die?
We're not getting any audio from you.
Mill!
There you go.
There he is.
I will say this for you then, the two of you, because I was coming through fine on the stream apparently. I think something must happen to Discord, because when you were talking about Urusei Yatsura, my audio from you cut out until I replugged my headphone lead back in, so something must have happened. Anyway, Uzaki wants to hang out season 2.
Yep. So this episode has the show has basically gotten into a pattern of Uzaki is trying to work her way into getting Sakurai to confess to her, and also just realizing that, like, hey, he's an attractive dude, and a lot of girls want to get with him, and just because he may or may not like her does not mean she is guaranteed to hook up with him. And also her family starts teasing her about her crush as well, including her absolutely delightful gremlin of a younger sister, who is just absolutely hilarious. But yeah, there is still clear signs of progress in the relationship with Uzaki and Sakurai just vibing really well with each other, and hints of, like, oh hey, they might actually act on their attraction, and someone's going to confess at some point soon. The question isn't who. The question isn't when, but who will do it first. Also, we're introduced to Uzaki's father, who is a gym trainer, and befriends Sakurai while having no idea that he has any connection whatsoever to his daughter. And as soon as he finds out that his daughter has a crush on somebody and wants to go out with him, and said guy also comes over to his house for cooking lessons, he's like in full rage mode, despite the fact that he gets along great with Sakurai without knowing who he is. I love dramatic irony.
Yeah. Shit's fun, especially in romantic comedies.
It is. But yeah, no, show is picking up, and I think we'll probably get some sort of confession by the end of the season.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Sucks when romantic shows drag it out,
Yeah.
especially unnecessarily. You know,
Yeah.
if you come up with a good reason for not for dragging it out, then it can be okay. But it has to be a really good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like two idiots being way too proud of themselves to actually confess to each other.
I know you meant
Like Kage.
referencing Kaguya, yeah.
Yeah.
But unless you have anything else to say about Uzaki,
Oh, we can move on to Iruma.
moving on to Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun Season 3. And weirdly, apparently, I mean, certainly in Japan, there was an episode today, but Crunchyroll doesn't seem to have uploaded it.
Oh.
What the hell? Yeah, it's weird. Like, I thought either like that it wasn't aired today or something, or there was
No,
like an issue with it, or got delayed. But
I went to the NHK anime Twitter page, and they're saying there was an episode. Actually, well, they've posted the preview for episode 8, and today's was supposed to be episode 7. So I'd like to think that episode 7 aired today.
Okay, so according to an announcement on Twitter, episode 7 was delayed on streaming platforms until Monday due to various circumstances.
Right. Where was that said?
Twitter, specifically the NHK Iruma Twitter. It didn't give any elaboration beyond just saying various circumstances. Regardless, what we've gotten so far these past couple episodes has been really fun.
So episode 5 was very much the Jazz and Alistair episode.
Yep. Going over what they were going through with their training, because that was we're oddly enough not shown what everyone else was getting their training shown.
Yeah. They basically got sold to a club and worked as part-time workers, so...
Yeah. They need to learn how to do sleight of hand and reading people and stuff. Meanwhile, episode 6 focuses on Elisabetta, who basically effortlessly seduces Lead into giving her all of his ingredients.
Yeah, Lead got played badly there.
I don't entirely blame him. He is a teenager, and she was just absolutely putting full force on the succubus whammy.
Yeah.
It wasn't even either.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice to learn a bit more about her.
Yeah. She basically sees herself as an Otome game protagonist.
So there was...
Kind of.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what the line was, but there was a line during... I think it was during the mixer that seemed to imply that Jazz is bi.
I would not be surprised.
I'd have to go back and find it to actually be sure of what the line was. I mean, again, yeah, it was one of those unclear ones, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah. But yeah, Elisabetta basically is a succubus who has a very pure view on love, but also sees basically every guy she likes as a possible suitor.
Yeah.
And Lee just happens to be one of those guys, which is why her seduction technique works so well on him.
And then obviously Clara just kidnaps Iruma.
Yeah, that was funny. We still don't know what the fucking deal is with her fursuit.
I'm wondering if it's because Rhyme thinks the only way Clara can be seductive is in very close quarters in the dark.
I mean, I feel like Clara would work best in seduction by emphasizing her cuteness and her goofiness rather than going the Elizabetta route.
Yeah.
Because Clara could definitely get people to let their guards down by just being a cute goofball.
Yeah. Okay, here's the line that made me wonder if Jazz was bi. Well, there are fewer girl demons than guys. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a strong indication. But who knows?
I don't know. Maybe it's wishful thinking.
Maybe.
Still not seeing this Iruma-kun Twitter account.
Hold on. I'll send you the link. It's not in English. It's in Japanese. So
yeah. Still better than nothing.
Yeah.
It's weird to me that Crunchyroll didn't announce that.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Yeah,
Crunchyroll should have announced it.
They usually do.
Okay, I guess. But yeah, weird that Crunchyroll hasn't said anything about it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's... Because we've only got 2 episodes to discuss, I'm not sure there's really much more to say about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's good that Iruma's general ignorance on the demon world comes across as just being spoiled.
Yeah, that definitely helps him.
Also, him just weirding out their pursuers.
Yeah. Also, I do like Jazz and Alice are so deftly conning all the other demons out of their stuff.
Completely conning the fuck out of them.
Yep.
Yeah, they did it even better than I thought they would, because I thought Jazz was just going to steal the bag off the Diabotany dude's shoulder. No, they had it they had him hand it straight to Jazz.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the other thing. I assume they, for the the coin thing with Furfur, I assume they tried the trick of deciding which they think it's in and then picking the opposite.
Yeah, something like that.
I assume they've tried that, and I either assume they've tried it or weren't allowed to, each of them select a different hand, so at least one of them wins.
Yeah, no, I assume they have to both choose the same hand. They have to agree on the same hands.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah.
Also, fucking love that rug pull where it's like, oh, you guessed the right hand. Or not.
Yeah.
Also, Furfur is quite the bastard.
Yeah, he is kind of a bitch. But, he's a demon.
Yep, that is very true.
But at least they managed to bond.
Yep.
otherwise, I think that's everything for Iruma-kun, which
Yep.
means it's everything for the stream. So, thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, tomorrow should be more D&D. Tuesday should be more Mass Effect 2. Thursday is Thanksgiving for the Filthy Colonials, so it'll probably just be me and maybe Fuzzy. See
Can't
what we
say
do
he's
there.
wrong.
Yep.
So we'll see what we do Thursday. Saturday, we decided what we're going to do on Saturday.
We have not.
Because I think we sort of agreed that we weren't going to do another Paradox Hour because we had 2 this week, so we could do a gaming
could
stream.
Yeah, something short and sweet, probably.
Yeah, might try and finish Deathloop again. Because I do want to.
We shall see how that pans out.
Do want to finish that. And then, yeah, that's everything. Next anime stream is not going to be the wrap up because we do have the anime of 2022 stream before that. We are going to try our hardest not to go as long as we did last time.
Good God, that was a long one.
Yeah. We are gonna try and put some rules in place for that one, and fingers crossed, we'll be able to take the runtime down a little bit. But we shall have to see. But again, otherwise, thank you everybody for watching. Please do give us a follow here on Twitch and on Twitter at storytime_net. And otherwise, we hope to see you tomorrow for more D&D. Good night.
Later.